We get ready for the kickoff. Just a couple moments away. Chicago Force come in 1-0, take on the Columbus Comets, taking the, about a 6-hour drive from Columbus. Get here and get ready as they play their home, or they have their season opener, the Columbus Comets today, and Chicago Force try to go 2-0.
You know, Andy, Chicago Force has one game under their belt, big win in Kansas City, but, you know, Columbus Comets, you know, that first game's always exciting. You get a little bit of adrenaline in that first game, so I'm sure there's a lot of adrenaline running through Comets right now, traveling, playing their first game, and everyone wants to win their opener.
Yep. Columbus Comets make their way out to the field. Comets in their white tops, black bottoms, blue numbers for the Chicago Force. In their black jerseys with the white letters, white numbers, Chicago Force on their helmets.
Looks like Chicago Force is receiving, Andy.
They will, back deep, Elby Zuby. In number 26, Elizabeth Trosinski, kicking it deep for the Columbus Comets as they get her helmet all set up. It'll be number 20, and that is Clarissa Martinez. She's also the place kicker for the Columbus Comets. As we're about to get the kickoff, the start of the home schedule for the Chicago Force. Andy Garcia alongside Pam Schaffrath. We're very excited you're here. Again, back deep, Zuby and Stroh. And the Comets about to kick it off. Just about to get it underway here in Evanston, Illinois. Foot to the ball, and we're underway. Low end over end kick. Zuby picks it up at the 20, to the 30, 35, right up the middle. Gets hit by one of her own players, spins around, and she'll be taken down at the 38-yard line. And that's where the Chicago Force will start with the ball. Number 31 for the Columbus Comets, Centura Rodriguez, make the tackle.
Yeah, Albiana Zuby's been returning kicks and punts for years now. She's a veteran of the team, and she had a good seam up the middle there, and then looks like she ran into one of our players and was tackled by Rodriguez.
So it'll be Force ball. At about the caller down at the 36-yard line, right in the middle of the 36, 37. Elby Zuby, the starting quarterback for the Chicago Force. Melissa Smith to her left. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Zuby waiting for the snap, gets it, hands it off to Smith. Right up the gut, to the 40, still on her feet, to the 45. Takes about 4 players to get her down, and she's tackled at the 49-yard line, just short of midfield. It'll be a first down for the Chicago Force.
That's a big gain, Andy, for the Chicago Force. First play into the B gap, which is right by the center. And, you know, establishing the running game is what Coach K wants to do, and that's exactly what he did there.
First down and 10 for the Chicago Force at their own 49-yard line. Zuby back in shotgun. Waiting for the snap, another handoff. This is the Hatcher, right up the gut, and she'll be taken down just across midfield, just inside the 50. It'll be second down and 9 for the Force. Just underway here in the first quarter, no score.
You know, Andy, we talk about our other running back, Brandy Hatcher. She's more of a shifty running back, smaller, shifty, and then Melissa Smith is our power running back.
Second down and 9 for the Force, just inside Comets territory. Serta in motion. Zuby gets a snap, hand off to Hatcher, right up the gut. It should be taken down at the 48-yard line. Nice tackle from the Comets.
I believe, Andy, that was number 44, Gardner of the Comets.
Yes,
that's one of their top linebackers.
She came over from the Cincinnati franchise a couple years ago, and she's been a big player for the Comets, as you said. A great tackle, and she's going to see a lot of action today. She'll probably lead the Comets in tackles.
She is. I do know the Chicago Force's line's job, the main thing is to keep her away from the ball. She's a big part of their linebacking core.
We'll call it third down and 6. Ball at the Comets' 47-yard line. First big third down for the Chicago Force offense. And it'll be Jeanette Gray under center, taking the snap. I formation. Man in motion, handoff to Melissa Smith. Right up the middle, hauls a hole, and she's got to have the first down. She's down at the 40-yard line, but it's just enough for the first down. The Force keep the drive moving. It'll be first down and 10 for Chicago.
Great call by Coach K. What he did, he brought in that special package there where you got Jamie Menzik, our big lineman, coming in, making that lead block, and you've got Jeanette Gray under center, and she made that big lead block too, so that made Melissa Smith get that gain.
first down and 10 for the Force. In motion, a handoff. Smith up the middle, has room. 30 to the 26, and she's taken down there. Another first down for the Chicago Force. The tackle made by number 9, Andrea Judy. But it'll be another first down for the Chicago Force. And again, will the Comets be able to handle Melissa Smith? And it looks like Smith may be hurt.
Yep.
The officials are going to call for the medical staff to come in, see if she's okay. That would be a huge loss for the Force if Melissa Smith has to lose any time.
Let's hope Melissa Smith's okay. Maybe she just turned an ankle a little bit, but that would be a huge loss for the Force. But that was a great gain. That was a little counter action, fake handoff to Hatcher, other way, and then handoff to Melissa Smith the other way, and it kind of confused the Comets defense right there for a little bit.
If you're watching on ChicagoForceFootball.com, you can see that she's getting up right now, and looks like the medical staff's pointing to her neck. Maybe she hurt her neck there a little bit. Well, maybe just the wind knocked out of her. Let's hope it's just something not too bad. It will be first down for the Force. Ball at the Comets' 31-yard line. First drive of the ball game, 12:40 to go, first quarter, no score. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. The Force spread it out. Zuby in the shotgun, gets the snap, handoff, Hatcher. Right up the middle, and she's going to be stopped for a loss. Nice tackle there from number 45. That's Laura Kerr in the action. It'll be a loss for the Force. It'll be second down and 11.
It looked like, Andy, that maybe Zuby was going to pass about with that 4-receiver set maybe, but handed off to Hatcher, and they were able to get in the backfield. Defensive tackle got through there and made the tackle.
Second down and 11 for the Force. Zuby back in the shotgun. Mary Choles to her left. She'll get the snap, and she lost the handle for a second, got it back, and another big loss for the Force. Mary Choles with her first carry of the day. Didn't look like she got the snap there right away, Pam, and it gave the Comets some time to get in there and break up the blocking, and a loss for the Force. It'll be third down and long.
Yeah, the defensive end for the Comets, Cassandra Petway, number 23, made that tackle, and for a defensive end, you can see she's a good size, and she's really fast, so we've got to watch her today. She got in that backfield and made the play.
So it brings up third down and 15. 11:30 to go, first quarter, no score. Jeanette Gray back under center, I formation.
Here's that package again with the big lead blockers.
Man in motion, handoff to Smith. Back in the game, and she's going to be tripped up. Still on her feet, though, taking about 5 tacklers down to the ground. She gained maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down and 10. And it looks like the tackle made by number 49, Christy Sabatucci, but that was some good gang tackling. It took about 4 players to take her down, but it will be fourth down and long for Chicago. Yeah,
Christy Sabatucci is another one of their really good linebackers for the Comets, but I saw a lot of white jerseys there on Melissa Smith, and we got to get a little better blocking out there on that outside.
Fourth and 10 for the Force. Zuby in the shotgun, takes a snap, rolls to her right. Looking for a receiver, looking. She's got one deep. She's going to take it short, and it's going to be a first down. Nice catch on the far sideline. First down for the Force, and it will be Elizabeth Strosinski with the catch. What a play, though. Nice throw from Zuby, nice catch from Stro.
First passing play for the Force, little rollout, and she was wide open. I don't know, the defensive back from the Comets looked like she was on her, was a little confused with the coverage there, but what a great call by Coach K.
It doesn't look like you lose anything when Sammy Kosafi not here yet, coming back from Nashville. Hopefully get back for the game, but Zuby comes in and throws a bullet right to Stro, gets the first down on a big fourth down.
It shows how deep the Force is with talent, Andy.
So it's going to be first down and 10, just inside the 15-yard line of the Comets. Jeanette Gray under center in that pack formation. In motion, gives it off to Hatcher up the middle to the 5, still on her feet. Should be taken down at the 4-yard line. Those holes are opening now for the Force offense. It's going to be close to a first down. It's going to be second down and short inside the 10-yard line for the Comets.
I got to say, Andy, the Chicago Force is so tough in the red zone, and that's I was talking to Coach K before the game, and his goal is to get into the red zone as much as possible because their package that they bring into the red zone, which we're seeing right now with those big lead blockers, is really going to be hard to stop.
This is exactly what we saw last week with the time of possession, the Chicago Force offense holding the ball. It's going to be second down and maybe 1 inside the 5-yard line. Jeanette Gray waiting for the snap. Man in motion. Handoff, given off to Smith. Moves to her left at the 2-yard line. Should be taken down there. Nice foot tackle from the Comets, made by number 8, and that's going to be Tiffany Soleberger. It's going to be first down and goal, though, for the Chicago Force. They got enough for the first down.
Yeah, that was a really good tackle by Tiffany Soleberger. She's only 5'4", 130, and she took down Smith. What she did was she read that play really well and was able to take Smith down after only about 1 yard. But, you know, this, like I said, this package is really tough in this red zone. So we'll see what Coach K calls next.
Good to see Melissa Smith back in the ball game. Brandy Hatcher comes back in the game for her. Smith will be on the sidelines on this first and goal play. See if the Force can push it in. We've played almost 6.5 minutes. Force with the ball. First down and goal. Jeanette Gray waits for the snap. Man in motion, handoff. Hatcher right up the gut, touchdown.
Yes.
Chicago Force.
Yes.
From 3 yards out, the Chicago Force take the 6-0 lead here in the first quarter.
Well, I got to tell you, we primarily are using our running game, but the Columbus Comets are having a hard time because they see Brandy Hatcher come in and Melissa Smith. They don't know which one's going to get the ball, and it's hard to key on both of them, and they're both good running backs. And I got to give it to the Force's offensive line. They're doing a great job of blocking.
Tricia Charbonneau's in the game. Sharby will try to get the extra point. 6-0 Force, 8:25 to go here in the first quarter. Exactly what you want if you're head coach John Konecki. Get that ball, take it all the way down the field, and use as much time as you can. And
I'm telling you, that red zone package, if you noticed, they are big. Their size is big in this package, and it's really hard to stop.
The set by Vermilia. The kick is up.
Blocked.
Blocked by the Comets, and it's going to be a dead ball. 6-0 to be the score for the Chicago Force on a long drive for the Force. Couldn't ask for anything better. 6-0 Chicago.
That's right. Great score. Great time of possession for the Force. Established their running game. That was one of their keys, Andy, and that's exactly what they did. But I got to commend the Comets on that field goal defense. What they did was they put their fastest players on the outside in number 22, Ivy Ortman, and number 1, Deetra Sherwin, and their fast players got in there and touched that kick.
That's a nice, the Force started with good field position after the opening kickoff, took it all the way down. And now you're the defense. You come from that side. You like that. Now you got the lead. Now you can, now the little jitters are out a little bit. You get out there and you can start hitting some people.
Love it. And you know what? When I played, I wanted to make that first hit. Everyone that goes out there in defense should want to make that first hit. And the defense right now's goal is just do 3 plays and out. Make them punt. Make them punt. That's your goal every time you get on that field as a defense.
Nice drive from the Chicago Force. A 6-minute, 35-second drive resulted in a 3-yard touchdown run from Brandy Hatcher. Gives the Chicago Force a 6-0 lead as Tricia Charbonneau will kick it off. Back deep for the Comets is Aisha Jones.
Let's see who's going to make that first hit for the Force.
Ball's on the tee. Sharby running up, gets her foot into it, bounces. It'll be picked up at the 21-yard line by the Comets up to the 30, out to the outside 25 to the 35, and then she'll be tackled there, picked up by Ivy Ortman, and that's where the Comets will start their first drive at their own 35-yard line.
You know, Andy, it's good to see special teams, a lot of black jerseys around the ball. Special teams is definitely a specialty position, and people forget about the special teams, but it's the third facet of the game. You got your offense, you got your defense, and special teams sometimes makes the difference. And like I said last year, Coach Konecki really emphasizes special teams because it can make a difference in a game.
So here comes the Columbus Comets offense led by number 15 quarterback Latrice Johnson. In her 8th season in the league, but this is her first with the Comets starting as quarterback. Some of the players to look out for on the Comets offense, number 2, Aisha Jones, one of the big-time wide receivers in this league, and also their running back, Stephanie Stevens. She can get some yards. That's not a bad offense out there for Columbus.
No, and I think today's keys for the Chicago defense, they need to stop. Like you said, the flanker, number 2, Jones, and also the tight end is very good, Kimberly Kless.
Here we go, first down and 10 for the Comets at their own 35-yard line. Johnson under center. They'll hand it off right up the gut to Stephanie Stevens. She'll maybe gain a yard as she was tackled by number 42 of the Force. That's Portia Ferguson, one of the players you talked about coming from Detroit here to Chicago.
Yeah, Portia Ferguson is originally a linebacker from Detroit, and I had a chance to speak with her at practice, Andy. And she loves the linebacker position, but I do think Coach Lewandowski has her at tackle for a reason. She's one of those tackles that's going to be very athletic, and she's going to be able to shoot the gaps and make the plays.
Gain of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Make that 2nd down and 8. Gain of 2. The ball is at their Comets 37-yard line. Force with the 6-0 lead. 7.5 to go here. First quarter. Andy Garcia alongside Pam Schaffrath. Johnson under center. Man in motion, gives it to Stevens. Right up the middle, able to move past the 45 down to about the 49, or check that, the 44-yard line. Close to a first down. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Gain of 6 on the play.
You know, the Comets are saying right back at you to the Chicago Force right now. They're trying to establish their running game just like the Force did, and they had some really good lead blocks with their offensive line, which is pretty good size, just like the Force.
3rd down and 2. Ball at the 44-yard line. Johnson under center. Vanessa Jackson in motion. Gets a snap. Handoff Stevens to the outside to the 45. Has the first down to the 50. Still on her feet to the 45 inside Force territory. And she'll be tackled at the 42-yard line of the Chicago Force. Nice run. Showed some speed out there from Stephanie Stevens.
That was a good play. First time they went to the outside, Andy, and Force has to contain them because cornerback made that tackle. In that kind of run, you don't want the cornerback making that tackle. You want either a defensive end or a linebacker. But that was a really good tackle by Emma Feinstone, 2nd-year player.
Ball on the Force 43-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Comets. So far, so good for Columbus here, running the ball. Johnson gets a snap, handoff to Stevens. She'll be taken, and for a loss down by number 99, April Folks.
Yeah.
Nice play.
Great play. Number 99, April Falk. She's the other player from Detroit. New player, big addition to the Chicago Force team. She got in the backfield, but number 67, Darcy Leslie, also got back there. And she's one of our best linebackers, one of our most athletic linebackers, and most importantly, a veteran. She knows how to get in there and make some hits. That was a big play for the Force.
Nice play. A loss of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 13.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Lewandowski, the defensive coach for the Force today, and he said there's going to be a lot of blitzing in the backfield.
Here we go, 2nd and 13. Johnson now in shotgun. Fakes the handoff, looking, throwing it on the right side. It's going to be too far. Over the head of Aisha Jones. Nice defense there from Doreen Bridges, also number 24. That's Candace Griffin, but the ball just too high for the receiver. Will bring up 3rd down and 13.
Yes, he tried to get the ball to the receiver at a long slant, but there was just too much pressure by the Force defense, which is going to be key. They need to pressure that quarterback.
Don't want to give you too much of a preview, but I just saw number 15 on the Chicago Force sideline. Sammy Gustafi has made it here.
Great news, great news. I'm sure she's itching to get right in there.
If you're LB Zuber, you're like, I don't need you.
No.
Why don't you stick around? But
exactly.
No. Here comes a big play for the Chicago Force defense. 3rd and 13. Ball back at the Force 46-yard line. Johnson in shotgun, and we're going to get a timeout. I think the Comets head coach, Hammer and Hank Patterson, wanted to call timeout, get the right play. It will be a timeout on the Comets. That'll be 2 left for them. It brings up 3rd down and 13. We have 54. Well, the clock is still running. We'll have to get that clock back up. But about a minute and a half to play here in the first quarter. Force up 6-0.
You know, Andy, we were talking about the coaches in the beginning of the game. Coach for the Columbus Comets, Hank Patterson. Both teams here today are so well coached, but he coached last year one of the All-Star teams for the WFA, and he just, on a big play like this, 3rd down and 13, things didn't look right for him on the offense, and he was right to call a timeout here because this is a big play for them in the first half.
Well, we might have a timeout, but the scoreboard's still running, so they're gonna have to take a look, and they're gonna have to put some time on this.
Yeah.
That was almost maybe a minute 45. And for some reason, the official's saying the clock is still running, and it is, even with the timeout.
Looks like Coach Konecki saw that and might have to talk it over with him.
So here comes the Comets out of their timeout. On the scoreboard, it says 4 seconds, 3 seconds, but it really should have stopped a long time ago.
Yeah. If anything, the Comets coach needs to say, hey, I get a play here.
So what they're going to do is the clock's going to run.
They're going to do the play.
They're going to do the play.
This will be the last play of the first quarter then.
3rd down and 13. Johnson gets the shotgun, moves to her left. A lot of pressure, throws to her left, and the ball's going to be short. Try to get it out to the receiver. Looks like number 81. Check that, that's number 41. That's their tight end, Kim Cleese, who's another big-time player on this team. The ball's too short. A lot of pressure came from the Chicago Force defense. It's going to bring up 4th down, and they got the play right. Now the time is right in the first quarter. We still have 5:19 to go here in the first quarter.
Good. I'm not surprised that they went to their tight end on that play. She's a big-time player for them, but there was too much pressure coming from the left side from defensive end Kim Marks, who's a veteran player. who needs to have a big game today on the outside.
Here it goes, 4th down and 13 at the Force 46-yard line. Latrice Johnson will move into the shotgun. One back to her left, Stevens. She's looking to throw, throws it deep down the left sideline, and it is caught down there, and it's going to be a first down for Columbus. Completed to number 25, and that's Whitney Barnes. Nice catch from Barnes. They beat Emma Feinstone on the play. It's going to be a first down for Columbus at about the 16 of the Chicago Force.
Number 25 made a great catch, Whitney Barnes. Quarterback Johnson threw it up there, made a really good throw, one-on-one coverage with Feinstone, and she wound up just getting a little room there and grabbing it and making the first down on a big, big play, Andy.
Big play on 4th down for the Columbus Comets. Keeps this drive moving. Under 5 minutes to go, first quarter. The Force are up 6-0 on a 3-yard touchdown run from Brandy Hatcher.
Yeah, that was just a go right down the left side of the field, and she got it there.
Johnson under center, I formation. Waits for the snap, gets it, handoff, moves to her right, to the 20, 15, outside the number. She's going to be taken down at the 10-yard line on the play. That was Shelly Gates with the handoff, got the run. We're going to have a penalty on the play.
Yeah, Shelly Gates is the Comets' fullback. Power runner like Melissa Smith, a little bigger running back. Tried to get it to the outside like they did on that big run to the other side. Tried to get it on the outside, and that was a good tackle by our cornerback. On the Force.
Penalty will be on the Comets. They'll push it back all the way to the 26-yard line.
I believe Dorian Bridges was in on that tackle, number 45. That was a really good tackle.
It was a hold on the Comets, so it's going to be first down and 20 to go. First down and 20 for the Columbus Comets. Ball back at the 26-yard line of the Chicago Force. 4:27 to go, first quarter. Chicago Force up 6-0. This is the first drive for the Comets. Latrice Johnson, quarterback for the Comets. Little diamond formation. Now they have man in motion. Moves to her right. Johnson fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. Still looking. Under pressure. He's going to be taken down by number 85, Kim Marks. That's her second sack of the season and a big loss for the Columbus Comets.
Just like last week, Andy, Kim Marks had a huge sack. That's a huge sack today. They just couldn't block her on the outside, and you also had Dawn Peterson coming in from the other side at end, and Dawn Peterson rotates in there on defensive end. That was a really good pressure for the Chicago Force and a great sack, an important sack this time of the game.
10-yard loss. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 30 for the Columbus Comets. Also, whenever time you have a play like that, when your blockers or when your defensive line's able to get in there, you know that your D-backs are playing well too. No receivers were open. Latrice Johnson, quarterback for the Comets, waits for the snap. Hands off, no fake. Moves to her left. Under pressure again. She's going to throw it deep on the left side. Ball's going to be short, but the receiver comes back for it, picks it up. She's going to be down right there, but another nice catch. I believe that was number 25, Whitney Barnes again. And they're going to be right there, right about the 11-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Very manageable. Yeah. Nice throw, though, from Latrice Johnson.
Good throw. She knew exactly where Whitney Barnes was, and it was a little underthrown, Andy. Whitney Barnes was able to come back and make the catch. She knew where the ball was at every moment, and that was the difference with that catch. Chicago Force has got to do a better job of finding that ball earlier as our defensive backs.
Whitney Barnes, 5'5", wide receiver. It's going to be 3rd down and call it 6. Ball at the Force 12-yard line. Latrice Johnson, I formation for the Comets. Gets a snap, handoff to number 13, Shelly Gates, and she's taken down for a loss. Nice play there from the Force defense. I think it was Kim Marks who got in there, Pam. It was a couple Force players that got in there for the loss. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 10 to go.
It was Kim Marks, and it was number 30, I believe, Alicia Oakrey, strong safety, rookie this year, and is really making an impact on this team as a rookie. That was a big play. She must have had a blitz that was called, and she was able to get in the backfield for a stop.
Here's another big 4th down play. The Comets were able to get one here. Let's see if they can keep this drive going. It's going to be 4th down and 10.
Now I'm wondering if they're going to go to number 2, Aisha Jones. They haven't gone to her yet.
4th down and 10. Shelly Gates to the left of the quarterback, Latrice Johnson in the shotgun. Johnson gets a snap, hands it off to Gates, and she's going to be taken down at the 18-yard line. and that's going to turn it over to Chicago Force. Turnover on downs. Nice stop from the Force defense, and the Force offense takes it over with quarterback Semi Grisafi for her first drive.
Big defensive stop, and defensive end Kimberly Marks, linebacker Darcy Leslie was not going to let that happen. Let them get in the end zone that time. That was a good play by our end and our linebacker, Darcy Leslie, Kim Marks. Both leaders on this team.
Big stop for the Force defense. The Chicago Force will have it on offense for their second drive. On their first, they got the touchdown run from Brandy Hatcher from 3 yards out. Sammy Grisafi in the ballgame. In the shotgun to her left will be Melissa Smith. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Grisafi looks over the defense, making some final changes. Waits for the snap, gets it. He's going to throw a little flanker screen out to number 81. That is Trish Harper. There's going to be a loss on the play. Nice play from the Comets defense. Number 1 got the tackle, Deetra Sherwin. Nice play for a loss for the Force.
Number 1, Deetra Sherwin read that all along. She's actually an All-American for their team, and she's a really good player for the Comets, and she read that play all the way.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 13. Grisafi handoff to Melissa Smith. Right up the gut. Gained a couple yards. It's going to bring up a long 3rd down. She may have gained 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, Melissa Smith took that ball right into the A-gap to the left to center. Had some good blocking and was able to take it a few yards there.
It's going to be 3rd down and 11 for the Force. I think we're going to have a special guest in the press box here, Pam. I believe Israel Donajay is making his way up as Grisafi in the shotgun. Nice pass to Jeanette Gray on the left side. Gain up to the 25-yard line. It's going to bring up a manageable 4th down. Check that. It's going to be, yes, 4th down. Call it 5. Sammy Grisafi in the shotgun. Nice throw to Jeanette Gray on the little post. It's going to bring up a manageable 4th down. It's going to be 4th down, and we'll call it 5.
That's a real nice post pattern by Jeanette Gray. And Andy, Jeanette Gray is one of those big receivers and is a great target for Sammy Grisafi. Nice target to see, very athletic receiver. She's going to be a big part of the offense this year for the Force.
The officials talking it over. I think Coach Konecki wanted to see how far that was, and they also wanted the clock to run out here in the first quarter. So we will go to the second quarter with the Force with a big 4th down coming up on offense. It's going to be 4th down and 4. And the Chicago Force with the 6-0 lead. Andy Garcia alongside Pam Schaffrath. Force on their second offensive drive. See if they can push that lead out. It's 6-0 right now.
And now that Sammy Grisafi's in there, it looks like Coach Konecki's putting in some passing plays to keep this Comet defense on their toes. And the good thing about, like we talked about earlier, is the Force really has a strong passing game and a strong running game. So now that Sammy's here, like I said, I think he's going to put some passing plays in, and they got to stay honest on defense for the Comets.
So again, it will be Chicago Force football, as we're going to have a special guest here in the press box. Israel Donajay of the Chicago Bears is going to join us as he puts on the headphones and gets ready to come in for us. And Israel Donajay is now joining us. Israel,
hey,
great
what's
to have
going
you.
on? How you doing?
Good to have you up here in the press box with this little Chicago Force football. What do you think of this women's tackle football?
I like it. I like it. It's they're getting after it down there.
We're starting the second quarter. Force with the 6-0 lead, and you were able to have the coin toss out there. And I know fans of the Chicago Bears know you're going to start in your 10th season with the Bears. That's a long time. I can't believe you've been on the team this long.
It's been a great ride.
Here we go. Start of the second quarter. Israel's going to join us just for a little bit here. Force up 6-0.
How about that Force defense, Israel? Yeah, look good stopping them there.
There, a sack, some big plays. It was awesome.
Love to see that defense.
We also get to
playing really well.
Also get to talk to Israel about his foundation, the Israel Donajay Foundation, founded in 2007 to assist economically disadvantaged children and families in Chicago, Canada, and Africa. How's the foundation been going?
Oh, it's been awesome. It's just an opportunity for me to share with the community and let these kids know education comes first, and it can get them out of whatever situation they're in.
10th season with the Bears, 115 NFL games, and always the Bears fans always want to know how the team may be, and got some good defense come back, and again, it should be a good year hopefully for Chicago Bears fans.
Yeah, the core group of guys are back, and the offense, they did some things and made some moves that are going to be really exciting when we get on the field this season. So I mean, we can't wait to get into training camp and then really let everything gel and come together.
What I like about the Bears is you always know your defense is going to be strong, Israel. It's so fun to watch you guys. I have a quick question for you. I know you play tackle and end.
Yes.
What would you prefer?
I'm definitely more of the end.
Okay.
I played tackle. I was 315 pounds. So just being big and I'm 6'6", so
yeah.
I'm built more, I think, to be a little leaner.
Yeah, you got that tallness to you, get your arms up, block those passes down. I mean,
right.
Be in tackle position, you can get in there, and in between the tackles, you're getting banged up more, whereas outside you can get a little more running. And
Right. So you played a little bit?
I did. I played 6 years, Israel.
What'd you play?
A middle linebacker and an outside linebacker. So I'm a defensive girl, and I get it. I get it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was one of the original members in 2003, and I played up until 2008, so I played 6 years.
Awesome.
I still miss it, though.
Awesome. Oh, man.
It never leaves you. When you love this game, it just never leaves you. But I get to do this now, which is a really good opportunity to stay with the team.
Right.
And we're talking about a Pro Bowl athlete here, too.
I know.
Pro Bowl alternate back 2008. Again, starting his 10th season with the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, standing next to Israel, I just want to run out on their field with you.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Also, more information about Israel Donajay's foundation, visit www.israeldonajay.org and all the information about the foundations. We start the second quarter of play. The Force up 6-0. It looks like the Force are going to punt. They're in the punt formation. Charbonneau back deep, and they will punt it off. Gets a snap. Ball in the air. Nice air. It's going to bounce at the 50. Nice bounce from the Force. And the Comets, Ivy Ortman's going to let it go out of bounds. Nice punt there from Tricia Charbonneau. And the Comets will have it at their own 42-yard line as they start their second offensive drive. The Force are up 6-0. How did you get involved with the Chicago Force, Israel? I know you know one of the players on the team, correct?
Yeah, so we just, we're talking, and she said, hey, we'd love to have you come on and do the coin toss. I said, absolutely. And I've never been to a tackle football game before, women's tackle football, so it was just great. And they're not playing around now. They're talking, they're physical. It's intense.
I always stress to people, Israel, when I was playing, a lot of people would say women's football. What's that about? But once you come see us, you fall in love with us. It's football.
Right.
It's just like any other game that guys play. Football's football when you get in between the white lines.
Exactly. The passion of the game is there 100%, and that's what people love.
First down and 10 for the Comets. Handoff to Stephanie Stevens right up the middle. Nice gain on first down. It'll bring up a short second down and 3, just short of midfield as the Force have a 6-0 lead as we begin play here in the second quarter. And you guys are into voluntary workouts, correct, Israel? With the Bears, it just wrapped it up, and there's really never stoppage for you guys. You guys are working out full time around the year.
Yeah, right now it's you prepare and get ready for the season, all year long, and we have OTAs and then mini camps, and then next thing you know, it's training camp, and then the season starts.
Second down and 3 for the Comets. Johnson moves to her left, got out of one tackle, still on her feet. Past midfield, and then she's going to be taken out of bounds, pushed out at the Force 45-yard line. So it'll bring up a gain of a first down gain from Latrice Johnson. She was pushed out of that pocket, Pam, but she was able to get out of those tacklers and then get a first down inside.
She was able to get the first down, but I do like the pursuit by our linebacker, Mark. She didn't give up on that.
Right.
She made that pursuit sideline to sideline, which I like. Israel, I want to ask you something while we have you here. I was reading about you, and one of your quotes was, "It's big for you to give back after succeeding." And I love that about you. And talk a little bit about that, after succeeding and giving back.
Well, I think, for me it started, the reason I'm here and I've had success is I had people, inspire and motivate and pour into my life. I grew up in Brandon, Manitoba, a small town of 60,000. Lots of opportunities to make the wrong decisions. And, now that I've had the success, I think it's important for me to be that inspiration to other kids that are in my position as well.
First down and 10 for the Comets at the Force 45-yard line. Johnson with the snap, hand off to Stevens, tries to get out of the pocket, moves to her right to the 45, gets a hit at the 41-yard line. She'll be taken down there by a couple Force players. Nice gain, though, on first down from the Comets. It'll bring up second down and 6.
Andy, I think the Comets are testing that outside contain with the Force right now. It looks like they're having success that outside, on those outside runs, so they're going to keep testing the Force's outside containment.
Second down and 6 for the Comets. 12:45 to go. Second quarter, 6-0 Force. We're joined by Chicago Bears Israel Donajay, and don't forget the foundation, the Israel Donajay Foundation, www.israeldonajay.org, helping kids and disadvantaged families all around the country, including Canada and Africa and Manitoba. I mean, talk about it's not the biggest football hotbed, huh, Israel?
A lot of hockey up there.
Second down and 6 for the Comets. Johnson under center, hands it off, and it's going to be a loss. Nice play from, looks like 85 again, Kim Marks. Another tackle for her on the end. A big loss for the Columbus Comets, brings up a long third down play.
Number 85, Kim Marks, having a really, really big game for the Force. On that play, Andy, they tried a little pitch out, but as a defensive end, she read her key, and she was able to make that play and not get on the outside. So, Israel, I want to ask you another question, and you said it, one of the first words that came out of your mouth today when you came up here to talk to us was opportunity. And I know a little bit about your background and your history is you were undrafted, and you just wanted that opportunity. I could just see it in your eyes right now, just having the opportunity. You knew you would make it if you had that opportunity.
Right.
So today, as you see women getting the opportunity, now playing football, like, just what would you say to women, like, right now, just knowing that they're getting this opportunity?
I think it's the potential is endless. You know, it's life to me that's what it's all about. You know, seizing the moment, taking the opportunity, and making the best of it. And this is a perfect example of that. And you know, these women are out here and having fun and competing, and this correlates and transfers into everyday life.
And it gets better every year, and it gets bigger and bigger as long as you have that opportunity.
100%.
Yep, that's awesome.
For the Comets on third down, Johnson threw it to Aisha Jones between the hash marks, made the catch. She's just short of the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down and 1. Ball is laid at the Force 39, or check that, the Force 36-yard line. So it's going to bring up 4th down and short. See if the Force can come up with another 4th down play. Johnson under center, I formation. Waits for the snap. Hands it off, and Stevens is going to move to her left. Has the first down, barely. It's going to be short, but she did get it. Nice tackle there from Alicia Oakery, but it does look like the Comets got the first down, and they did, just enough. So the Comets get the drive. Keep it moving. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Comets.
They tested that outside again. That's where they're having success. Martha Dantuma, the cornerback, made that play, but they're going to test that outside, and they keep driving up the field just like the Force did with their running game, and it's right back at you. Pretty much a running back like old school Bears, huh?
Right. We got to set the edge.
Yep.
So, you know, don't let them get outside.
Yep.
Exactly 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Chicago Force up 6-0. Andy Garcia alongside Pam Shafrat. And the opportunity to have Israel Donajay here in the booth with us. Shotgun for Columbus. Johnson waiting for the snap. 1st down and 10 at the Force 35-yard line. Looking deep on the left side and too far on the hitch. She tried to get it to number 25. That's Whitney Barnes. Too far to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, quarterback for the Comets, Johnson had to get rid of it because there was pressure coming in from our ends, which is really key for the pass. You know, for our defense to stop that passing game is get pressure in there, so it makes the receivers not have time to run their routes.
Right.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. I want to bring up next with Israel that he was also in 2008 received the James Brown Award for community service in the NFL. We'll talk about that. Johnson had to pick up the snap and tried to throw it over to Aisha Jones in the middle of the field, too high. All the timing was off on that. When Johnson lost the snap, had to try to find the receiver, and the ball was too high on the throw. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Force.
Yeah, a little bit of botch snap for the Comets, and I give credit to these Comet receivers that. Quarterback's getting the ball up there. They're getting up there and grabbing it.
Right.
They're, as a receiver, you got to go and grab that ball. You got to get up there. But also, I want to talk to Israel about. I was really intrigued by your All-Star camps.
Yep.
I love that you do that for kids, boys and girls too,
yeah,
right?
Boys and girls, and we had it the first year. It was all boys football, and they said, hey, the girls said we want to, something for us too. So the guys get out there and they play football, and it's a lot of fun.
That's great, and I bet you get a lot of your teammates to come out and stuff.
Yeah, the guys come out, coaches come out, and it's just a great day. And at the end of the day, just to connect with the kids and let them know we care.
Yeah, and I remember doing clinics, when I was a younger athlete, and I think the best part about clinics and camps for me is you're teaching the game, but really connecting and being one-on-one with those kids and talking to them about goals and dreams, and one of my favorite words, ambition. Just have ambition, and so I bet you could love doing that with the kids at those camps. Just a one-on-one time.
Well, that's what at the end of the day what it's all about.
Yep.
It was 3rd down and 10. We had a false start on the Comets offense, so it's going to move it back to the 40-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 15. A little bit further for the Comets here. As Comets play their first game of the season. This is a second for the Force. This is the home opener for Chicago. They're up 6-0, 9:33 to go here in the second quarter. Johnson in the shotgun, has it back to the left and to the right. Gets a snap. Looking to throw. She's going to throw it deep on the right side. Has a receiver, and it's Jones, and it's knocked away.
Yes.
Nice defense from Candace Griffin.
Yes. You know what? You know what I love about that hit before the game? I talked to Candace Griffin, and I told her, because she's a pretty hard hitter, Israel, and Andy, I told her she can hit even harder.
Wow.
And on that play, she made a really good hit.
Big hit.
And it looked like a clean hit, too.
Yeah.
She came down low,
She doesn't make that hit. She might get, she catches that ball. So.
She totally catches that ball, maybe for a touchdown, too.
Right.
And the receiver's still on the field. Aisha Jones hurt from that hit, and she had it in her hands. Jones had it, and Griffin came over and knocked it out of her hands. And she's still there at the 15, and the medical staff's going to take a look at her. Hopefully she's not too hurt, but a huge hit.
Let's hope she's okay.
Nice hit, though, from Candace Griffin in her third season here with the Force.
And you got to give, I've always admired receivers because, their job is to concentrate on the ball, and they're not even, and good receivers aren't worried about getting hit. Right. So a lot of receivers get those big hits because they're concentrated on that catch.
Right. Israel, I talked about in 2008, you received the James Browner Award and the NFL Hometown Hero Award for your community service. I know that's, as we talked about, a big thing. But getting an award like that in the NFL, it takes a big man to get that, and I know that was a huge honor.
It was a big honor, but it's really, I accept those awards on behalf of a lot of good people that go into touching these kids in the inner city. I mean, it's one person can't do it alone. So I'm just fortunate to be a part of a great team of people.
Brings up 4th down and 15. Another 4th down play here for the Force defense. See if they can get another stop. Johnson back deep, about 7 yards in the shotgun formation. She has a running back to her right. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Johnson gets a snap. Looking, she's going to throw it deep on the left side. Looks for a receiver, and it's going to be knocked away. Nice play from Pebbles. Number 14, Emma Finestone. Tried to get it to number 25, Whitney Barnes. No good on the throw. And the Force will take over on downs as Israel Donajay is going to leave us. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Israel, it was so nice talking to you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Really nice. Can't wait to see you play this year.
Hey, we can't wait to get started and get this championship.
You're an amazing athlete, but most of all, you're a great person.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Really nice.
Thank you.
Once again, the foundation, www.israeldonajay.org, as Israel came up to the booth. Thank you very much. And I told you, got connections.
It's great. It's great.
Got connections here as the Chicago Force will take over. We take a quick picture here with Israel. Grisafi in the shotgun, going to give it off right up the gut to Melissa Smith, almost at midfield. Nice play on 1st down for the Force, and it's going to be just short. They're going to call her down at the 49-yard line, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and less than a yard for the Chicago Force on their 3rd drive.
So I got to tell you, Andy, we got to give credit to the Force defense. 2 huge stops on 4th down with a good drive by the Comets. It just goes to show you how good our defense is this year.
Force go up quick. Smith gets a handoff from Grisafi, still on her feet, bowls people over, and she's going to be taken down at the 42-yard line inside Comets territory, and that's going to be a 1st down for Chicago Force. They're up 6-0.
Yeah, I think right now Coach Konecki wants a big score here before halftime, and they're going to their bread and butter with Melissa Smith. And, they got Brandy Hatcher, too. Sammy Grisafi's back in the game. So the Comets defense has a big job right now. 1st down and 10. Grisafi in the shotgun. Moves to her right. Looking to throw. She will. On the run, she tried to get it over to Sosinski. It was just too far out of the hands of Stroh. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. The throw was just a little bit behind Elizabeth Strozinski. 2nd down and 10 for the Force. 2nd down and 10. Good call. 1st down pass play there. Wanted to get some yardage. It looked like there was some pretty good coverage by the Comets there, too. Force trying to push the pressure. She said, move up a little bit. We have 8:32 to go in the 2nd quarter. Force up 6-0. Grisafi with the shotgun. Hand off to Smith. Right up the middle. Gets away from 2 Comets and then bowls her way over to about the 32-yard line of the Comets. It's going to be short or close to a 1st down. We'll see where they mark the ball down. She might be just a little short, and she is. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1. We got an injury on the field. Looks like one of our linemen, Liz Oakey's down. Let's hope she's okay. But, that's the same play that they've been running all day that's been working for the Force. A little bit of counter action from Sammy Grisafi, counter running back handoff, and right under the center. And with some good blocking, Melissa Smith is able to gain some ground, some yardage, some open space. And when you got open space with Melissa Smith, it's going to take 4 or 5 defenders to tackle her, and that's exactly what happened. Force players on their knees, just kind of kneeling down, making sure that Liz is okay. Wow, what a treat to have Israel here with us today. Great. I mean, not just a great player for the Bears, but as you said, a great person for the community, as you said, in the foundation. Again, www.israeldonajay.org.
and if you want to get involved with that. And as I said, a guy from Manitoba. Not a lot of football players coming out of Manitoba.
No, and he's a success story. And, a little bit about him is, he was an undrafted free agent. All he wanted was an opportunity. He was signed by the Browns in 2004. And then he was actually cut by the Browns, made the practice squad for the Bears, and then now is one of the stars on the Bears. It just goes to show you what he practiced, what he preaches.
What do you think he said about the women down there, huh?
I love it. I love it. I love it when players like him, who are pro football players, come out to see women play football. I think is huge for women and this league because it's players like him that needs to see us play to get some exposure and to get the word out there.
Liz Oki hobbled off the field. The medical staff's going to give her a little bit of attention as the Force have the ball. Krisafi hand off to Smith. Right up the middle. Moves to her right down to the 25-yard line. Nice run again from Melissa Smith. Another first down for this Force offense inside the 25-yard line of the Columbus Comets.
I got to tell you, that was a little bit of a run on the outside of the Force offensive line, and you can't tackle. What I love about Melissa Smith is you can't just arm tackle her. You got to wrap her up, and on that play, the Comets try to arm tackle her. It's not going to happen.
First down and 10 for the Force. Ball at the Comets' 25-yard line. Krisafi. Hand off to Hatcher. Right up the gut to the 25, to the 15. And she'll be taken down at the 14-yard line. Again, the blocking right up the middle has been there all day for the Force offense. Nice blocking from Keisha Brooks, Dawn Peterson, Jamie Mensick, Ross Bennett. They've just been opening holes for these Force running backs.
I got to tell you, if I had to put my money on one of the best offensive lines in the league, it would be the Force. They're all veterans. They all know each other's moves. They're all leaders of this team, and they're a big part of this team. And it goes to show you why our running game is so good. It starts with the line of scrimmage.
Second down in inches for the Force. Krisafi's going to go under center. I formation. Man in motion, handoff Smith. Right up the middle, moves to her right, to the 5, to the 3, to the 1, touchdown, Chicago Force. Nice run from Melissa Smith from 16 yards out. It gives the Force a 12-0 lead.
I love this running back tandem, Andy, of Hatcher and Smith, because you got Hatcher a little more, of a dart movement running back. She's got quick feet and moves in and out of the holes. Then you got Melissa Smith, just power. And good thing about Melissa Smith is kind of like Walter Payton, is she never stops moving her legs and her knees. And on that play, there were two Comet players ready to tackle her, and they could not tackle her. It goes to show you how strong Melissa Smith is.
16-yard touchdown run from Melissa Smith. That's her second rushing touchdown of the season. Force with the 12-0 lead, 6:40 to go here in the second quarter. Nice start so far for the Force here at home. Tricia Charbonneau gets ready for the PAT.
Interesting lineup here on the field goal, isn't it?
You have about 5 players on each side, about 15 yards from the ball, and now we're going to get a penalty. It's going to be a delay of game on Chicago.
Yeah, I think what Coach K tries to do here, special teams, is he tries to mix this up, because throughout the season you could do a lot of different plays off of this formation. So he wants to start practicing stuff today, I think.
Ball's going to be moved back. So Sammy Krisafi is going to come back in. So this is going to be probably a 2-point try with the delay of game. Zuby's in. It's going to be on the end. Looks like it's going to be 3 receivers to the right.
And 2 to the left here.
Correct.
Definitely a pass package, Andy.
Krisafi all alone in the shotgun. Gets a snap. She's got some pressure on her. She's looking to throw, and she's got it to Jeanette Gray for the 2-point conversion. Yes, she caught it. Jeanette Gray, nice catch. Had to go behind her to get the catch, but Jeanette Gray gets the 2-point conversion. That's 14-0 Force here with 6:40 in the second quarter.
I got to say, that was a Brett Favre-like play. You know why, Andy? Sammy Krisafi knew she had to get rid of that ball fast, and that's the veteran instincts in her. She knew she had the number 1 coming in for the Comets. Number 1 was really fast, and what's that number 1? She's a defensive back, Deidre Sherwin. She's an All-American. She knew she was coming in fast. She had to make that throw quick, and then hats off to Jay Gray. The ball was a little bit thrown behind her and made a really athletic catch in the end zone for 2.
You know, I also got to talk about the Chicago Spirit Brigade. Have been cheerleaders for the Force since 2007. The Chicago Spirit Brigade are a 501c3 organization. 100% of what they raise goes directly to predetermined beneficiaries. Today's beneficiary is the Israel Adonijah Foundation. How about that?
How great is that? We can, Israel came here today, gives a little bit for us, and we give a little bit back. It's what it's all about. And our our cheer team is just awesome, and it's a big part of this game day experience, and they've been supporters for us for a long time.
The Force will kick it off back deep. Number 22, Ivy Ortman, and number 2, Aisha Jones. Charbonneau puts her foot to the ball. High end over end kick. Ortman gets it at the 22, up to the 30. Moves to her right, to the 35, still has room, up to the 40. Now still on a free spin move, 45. Should be taken down there. 45-yard line of the Comets, and that's where the Columbus will start their offensive drive. They're now down 14-0 here to the Force.
That was a pretty good return for the Comets. She was following her blockers and got pretty good field position here at the end of the first quarter for the Comets.
And this is a pretty big drive, I think, for Columbus. You're down by 14. You haven't really been able to stop the Force. You got to see if you can get some points here on this drive.
It is. They haven't been able to stop the Force, and they've had some really good drives. So they want to finish before this halftime starts. They want to finish a drive, and they want to put some points on the board.
6:28 to go, second quarter. Latrice Johnson back in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Looks over the defense. Gets a snap, straight back, throws deep, or to the far near side, and it's knocked away. She tried to get it to receiver number 27, and it was knocked away. Nice play from Pebbles. Emma Feinstone will bring up second down and 10.
Yeah, that was a pretty good pattern up the middle of the field, and Emma Feinstone made a really good play there. She was able to read where the ball was at the right time and knock it down.
Don't even have a number for number 27. We'll just call her number 27.
Number 27? Let's see if I have it here. No, we don't.
Second down and 10 for the Comets. Ball at their own 45-yard line. Johnson again in shotgun, looking for help. She has to go past the defense, moves to her left. Still on her feet to the 45, gets past midfield to the 45, down to the 40. She's taken out of bounds there. Nice run from Latrice Johnson.
Really great run by Latrice Johnson. And you know what I like about that is, on her part was the Force, which is the story of the day, a lot of really great pressure by our ends, but Johnson was able to split the rush and able to read, knowing she didn't have anything, go to the outside for the first down on a run.
They'll mark the ball at the Force 41-yard line, so it's first down and 10 for the Comets there. 6 minutes to go, second quarter. Force are up 14-0.
You got to give credit to these Comets. You know, they're not giving up, backing down after those 2 drives and 2 scores for the Force here. They want to score here before halftime.
Shelly Gates, the lone running back. Johnson, under center, hands it off to right up the gut, and there's Kim Marks. She may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. She may have pushed her way up for a yard, but another nice tackle there from Kimberly Marks.
You know, I like the calls being made by Coach Lewandowski of the Force. Really, what he's doing is he's really bringing up the linebackers in these gaps in between the tackles and the ends, and they're trying to run up the middle. There's really nowhere to go for the Comets because our linebackers are blitzing through the gaps, and there's really nowhere to go because it's all jammed up.
She got back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be second down and 10 for the Comets at the Force 41-yard line. Johnson in the shotgun. She has a running back to her right. Looking to throw, fakes it, now throws it deep. Left side's going to be short, and it's knocked away. Emma Feinstone almost had an interception. She bobbled it. Both players had their hands on the ball, and it's going to fall to the ground. But nice defense there from Pebbles.
Almost intercepted by Pebbles. Feinstone of the Force, and you know, Johnson is getting a little time to throw these passes, but she's underthrowing these balls, which is making the receivers come back.
She's got a little bit of headwind.
She does have a little bit of headwind, which makes it harder, but Emma Feinstone did a really good job of fighting for that ball, which is what cornerbacks have to do. They've got to fight for that ball just like the receiver has to fight for it.
Third down and 10. Ball at the Force 41-yard line. Johnson back in shot. Looking to throw some pressure. Throws to her right. Nice catch to Jones. It's going to be short, though. Maybe a 3-yard gain. Little comeback pattern from Aisha Jones. She gained 3. It's going to bring up fourth down and 7. Ball is at the Force 38-yard line.
Yeah, second catch by Jones today, which is one of their better receivers. And number 26 of the Force, Elizabeth Straczynski, which is a really player that goes both ways, made a really good tackle there.
Fourth down and 7. Ball at the Force 38-yard line. See if they can stop them again. Keep that bagel on the scoreboard for the Comets.
Another big play, Andy.
3 receivers to the left, 1, 2 to the right. Johnson, about 7 yards deep in shotgun. About 2 steps back, throws it deep, right in the middle of the hash marks, and it's caught for the first down by number 25, Whitney Barnes. The Force player was all in it, had her hands on the ball, but Barnes is able to take it away and get the first down for the Comets on 4th down.
It was great coverage, Andy, by Elizabeth Straczynski of the Force. Really good coverage. Couldn't have probably defended it any better, but you know what? I give credit to quarterback Johnson on that. She put the ball right there.
That was a good throw.
She put it in a position for her receiver to catch it.
So it's now 1st down and 10. Ball at the Force 27-yard line. 3 receivers again to the left, 2 to the right. Johnson in shotgun, gets a snap, looking to throw. She's going to throw it deep on the right side. Tried to get the ball over to the receiver on the far side. That was true to Ivy Ortman. We're going to get a personal, well, not a personal foul. We're going to get a flag.
Probably interference.
Yep. There's going to be pass interference on the Force. That's going to be a 1st down for the Comets.
You know, with this headwind and with Johnson kind of underthrowing it all day, it makes it tough for the cornerbacks because sometimes when the ball's underthrown, the receiver that they're throwing it to has to come back to the ball. And sometimes, as a defender, as a cornerback, what you're doing is you're reading the coverage, and what'll happen is the receiver will bump into you. And not to say that that was an accident, but sometimes what happens is you get all scuffled up, and that's what happens.
Pass interference will be on the Force. The ball is going to be at the 10-yard line of the Force. The player came off the field, was hurt. One of the offensive linemen, Lorraine Harris.
I hope she's okay. And it looks like that was the first penalty for the Force today.
So it's going to be 1st down and goal for the Columbus Comets. Trying to get back in the game. 14-0 Force. 3:38 to go, 2nd quarter. Latrice Johnson under center, I formation. Shelly Gates is far back. Johnson gets a snap, hands it off to Gates. Tries to go to the outside, can't get anywhere. She was taken down by Darcy Leslie got inside, got her feet, took her down. And it's going to be a loss on the 1st down there for the Comets. It's going to bring up 2nd down and goal from about the 13-yard line.
Andy, it looks like the Comets have been going to their passing game in the last few sets of downs. And, early in the game, their running game was working for them. But this defense of the Force has settled down, and they are just reading these runs and keying in and really making the plays like they should, stopping them at the line of scrimmage with these running plays. Good job by the Force.
2nd down and goal. Ball at the 13-yard line, the Force. Johnson under center. 1 back. Receiver to the left and to the right. Gets a snap. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw to the left side. It's going to be a bad throw. Tried to get it over to, I believe that's Ortman on the left side. Nice defense, though, from number 82, Martha Dantuma. It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, Martha Dantuma is a defensive back, has really good size. She's really tall, long armed. She's able to knock balls down. But the key to that play, Andy, was Darcy Leslie coming in, pressuring the quarterback. Quarterback had to get rid of the ball, and it was underthrown again.
I thought you said Gatorade, too. I was like, wait, I wasn't.
3rd down and goal. Again, ball at the 13-yard line. Force up 14-0. Trying to get back in this ball game.
And if you look at the Force defensive line right now, you've got number 99, April in there, who is just a really big nose guard, and you got number 91, Engelman, in there. There's nowhere to run up the middle there. Comets
in shotgun. Johnson gets it, fakes it, now throws to the right. Nobody there.
Interception.
Picked off. Picked off by the Force.
Yes.
Should be taken down at about the 8-yard line, but a nice interception from number 26, Elizabeth Straczynski. It'll be Chicago Force football.
Great play by Elizabeth Straczynski. What she did was she stayed in her zone, and she stayed honest. Like I said before, good pressure by the Force. Quarterback Johnson had to get rid of it, and Straczynski was right there.
That's a big play for the Chicago Force defense. The
Third time.
Comets knocking at the door, trying to get some points, and the Force stop them. As Albie Zuby will be the running back to the left, and Kursafi in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Kursafi, shotgun, gets a snap. About a 3-step drop, looking to throw. Far side, and it's going to be overthrown. Tried to get it to number 83, Jeanette Gray. Too far, it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it looked like Jay Gray was just doing an out pattern because she had one-on-one coverage. And I don't know if they got their communication was messed up between Jay Gray and Sammy there, but Sammy's got a pretty good arm. Sometimes when you have an arm like a quarterback like Sammy, it's hard to tone it down. But she got it up there, but they'll get it together.
2nd down and 10. Serta in motion, hand off to Smith, right up the middle. She'll get past the 10-yard line, taken down at about the 12-yard line. some positive yards. So the force on second down is going to bring up third down and call it 7.
They're down on 7, and if you notice there, Sammy did a really good job after the handoff up the middle with some good yardage for Smith. She did that fake pass after, which is really good follow-through on that play for Sammy. It really sets up the play.
Zuby now, LB Zuby, the quarterback. Smith to her right in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Exactly 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, and we've got the 2-minute warning.
Okay, Force fans, I need
2 minutes to go. Force up 14-0 here in the second quarter. What's your thoughts so far? Big stop there from the Force defense. Strozinski able to get that interception. 14-0 on a pretty good team. Comes from a pretty good division. These two teams never played each other.
No, this is the first meeting of these two teams, and like I said earlier, it was going to be a really great contest because both teams are well coached. But the story of the game today has been the Force defense. They've stopped the Comets 3 times on really good drives, and our offense started off where we left off in Kansas City, really able to run the ball and have the ball for a long, amount of time for possessions, and really execute with our running game with the duo of Hatcher and Smith.
The Chicago Force got the opening kickoff, took it down for a 3-yard touchdown run to Brandy Hatcher with 8:25 to go in the first quarter. Then with 6:40 to go second quarter, Melissa Smith on a 16-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion was good, and that's how the Force are here with a 14-0 lead. Here come the Force out of the timeout. 3rd down and 7. Ball at their own 12-yard line. LB Zuby, quarterback, shotgun. Melissa Smith to her right. Zuby's going to move to her right. Looking to throw it, she does. Gets it up to Strozinski at the 20-yard line, taken down there, but it's a first down for the Chicago Force. Nice throw from Zuby. Nice catch from Stroh.
Before this play, I was going to say their goal right now is to get a first down because their field position is not too good right now. They don't want to have any chance for the Comets to score even a field goal right now. So to get that first down was huge, and Stroh's having a great game, both defense and offensively.
Here come the Force on first down. Handoff Smith. Right up the middle, 25-30. Falls another tackler down. She's taken out the 32-yard line, and she just went over one of those tacklers. First down again for the Force. They're going to try to move it here quickly. 1:17 and counting here, second quarter.
Their best linebacker tried to take Melissa Smith down there with an arm tackle and just couldn't do it.
Kasafi in the shotgun. Serta in motion. Handoff Hatcher. It's touched at the 32-yard line and taken down there. Nice play from number 42, Lindsay Rice, the linebacker for Columbus Comets. We're under a minute to go here in the first half. 2nd down and 9. Ball at the 32-yard line of the Force. Kasafi gets a snap over to Strozinski. This flanker screen. She's going to be taken out of bounds at the 38-yard line. The time will stop. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5, but we've got a flag on the play.
I see Coach Konecki of the Force is being really smart here. He's doing no-huddle offense, which is keeping the Comets defense on their toes right now. And it puts a big strain on a defense when it's no-huddle because you got to make decisions really quick, get back to the line of scrimmage, set up, make adjustments. So they're having a hard time setting up right now, the Comets defense.
Head coach John Konecki's talking it over. The flag is going to be on Columbus. The official's asking Coach Konecki, do you want to take the penalty? We have 45 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like it's going to bring up 2nd down and call it 3. Ball will be at the 38-yard line of the Force. 45 seconds. Versace in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. 1 to the left. That's Jeanette Gray. Serta in motion. Fakes the handoff over to Ashley Berger. Gets the catch, and then she moves past the 40-yard line, close to a first down. We'll see where they down her, and the officials are going to give her the first down. First down, 30 seconds to go. Clock is still moving. Ball is at the 42-yard line of the Force.
First play today we saw with Ashley Bergman, which was a big play to get that first down.
Kasafi in the shotgun. Handoff, Hatcher. Right up the middle, tries to move to the left, and should be taken down after a 1-yard loss, or 1-yard gain. Tackled there by number 50, Kim Roberts of Columbus. And we'll see what the Force want to do here. Timeout. 14 seconds to go. The Force called timeout to see if maybe we can get 1 or 2 plays off. Might as well.
Or get close enough for a field goal to maybe kick before halftime. But this no-huddle offense is really keeping the Comets defense on their toes. And in a play like we just saw with Ashley Bergren, who's a really good athlete, that's a really good play for her. Little bit of a swing pass for her and not a swing pass, but a little bit of pass at the line of scrimmage to gain that short yardage.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 against Force, still in their own territory. Ball is at the 43-yard line. Good first half, though, for the Chicago Force to come out. Home opener of 2012. The Force 1-0 after a 21-14 win at Kansas City last week.
Really big win for the Force, Kansas City last week. And when you play your first game of the season against a really tough team, it shows what your team's made of pretty early. And the Force, I believe last week, was really excited about our play and about the coming season with that win.
13.3 seconds to play here in the first half. The officials are yelling something out. Get the play under here. Again, ball at the 43-yard line. When we get back underway, the Force will have 2 receivers to the right and 3 to the left, but
I believe
officials holding it up for a second.
I believe Coach K has something up his sleeve here for a big gain here with 13 seconds left. Coach K is a very offensive-minded head coach. He's got one of those offensive minds where he's always thinking and always putting in different sets and different formations, and really a genius out there.
The officials get ready for play. It'll be Grisafi in the shotgun. 2nd down and 12. 13 seconds to go. First half. Grisafi gets the snap. Looking to throw, looking. She throws it up the middle of the field. Catch the Jeanette Gray inside Comet territory down to the 35-yard line. Gang tackled there, and we'll get another timeout. First down for the Chicago Force. 7.8 seconds to play here in the first half.
Great little post pattern by Jay Gray, and you know, like I said, Jay Gray, the combo of Jay Gray and Sammy Grisafi is a pretty strong one, and we're going to be seeing a lot of that this season.
Force call timeout. They have 1 left. 7.8 to go. Second quarter. Force up 14-0. As you said, nice throw from Grisafi to Jeanette Gray. 2 players that have played with each other for a long time.
Yeah, and you know, this offense, Andy, is so well-rounded.
It's tough if you stop that running attack. You've got Sammy Grisafi, who, like you said, can throw the ball around. So here we go, 7.1 to play. Ball is at the Columbus Comets 37-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and 10. Officials getting ready for play. Bergeron, Gray, the 2 receivers to the right. Zuby, Serta on the left side. Grisafi in shotgun. Again, 7 seconds. 3-step drop. Looking to throw. She'll throw it to the right side, and Bergeron didn't see the ball. It was a nice throw. Ashley Bergeron didn't turn around quick enough. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 with 3 seconds to go.
It looked like to me there was some sort of miscommunication with the pattern there for some reason, but you know, good call. We would have had some good yardage there, but a little bit of mess up there maybe with communication between Sammy and Ashley.
3 seconds to go. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 37-yard line of the Comets. Grisafi gets a snap. Looking to throw. She's going to have to throw it deep. Going to the end zone. She's got a receiver wide open. Yes! Elizabeth Straczynski for the touchdown. 37-yard touchdown throw. Grisafi to Straczynski. It's 20-0 Force.
Wow. You know, we were just talking about Sammy Grisafi's arm.
That was impressive.
That goes to show you the kind of arm Sammy has. She rolled out right, threw left. She was able to gun that ball to the other side of the field, and what happened there is the Comets defensive backs didn't think that Sammy was going to go to the other side of the field, so actually slacked on their coverage, which left Straczynski wide open. And
no time remaining.
No time remaining. She threw the ball up there, and what a great arm. Perfect throw by Sammy Grisafi.
20-0 Force. They can add to it with the PAT. Charbonneau in. Try to kick up for the point. What a throw from Grisafi. The snap, the hold, the Charbonneau's kick is up, and it is good. We've reached halftime, and the Force at a touchdown with no time remaining to make the score 21-0 here at the half. That's how you finish off the first half there, Pam Shafrat.
That's how you finish off the first half. What a really big score by the Force. And I mean, you look at the Force today, Andy, and the offense and the defense are very, very, I mean, they're both dominant. I mean, they're both really showed very strong, and it's tough to beat a team that has, you know, good offense and a good defense.
We finished the half. Let's take a break, take a timeout. 21-0 Force. When we come back, we'll have some highlights. We'll get you ready for the second half. The Force 21, the Comets nothing. You're listening to Chicago Force Football on ChicagoForceFootball.com and AM 1230 WJOB.
WJOB Hammond.
Hey everybody, I'm Jim Diedlow. I'm the morning host here at WJOB. And I'm also one of the guys that's coming up with this great idea that WJOB goes into the next generation and we get a nice video situation going on. And you're watching that right now. Check us out at WJOB1230.com and you'll learn all about our video as we move into the next generation. We're happy to be with you guys, and we're happy to be keeping pace with technological innovation here in the Calumet region. I'm Jim Diedlow. Thanks a lot.
Athletico. Isn't it about time you came off injured reserve? Schedule a complimentary injury screening at any of our convenient locations and receive personal attention by a licensed medical professional. Complimentary injury screenings are free, easy to schedule, and most importantly, provide you with peace of mind. Call 1-877-ATHLETICO or visit us online at athletico.com to find a location near you. Athletico, the official provider of physical therapy and athletic training to the Chicago Force. MOR is proud to be the team physician to the Chicago Bulls, Blackhawks, and your Chicago Force. That's Midwest Orthopedics at Rush, www.rushortho.com. Spin Nightclub is a sponsor of our Game Day MVP Award. At the end of each home game, we select an offensive and defensive player of the game. Spin Nightclub offers a comfortable and friendly environment for everyone, located at the corner of Belmont and Halsted.
Welcome back. Columbus Comets got the kickoff. They're starting their drive at their own 25-yard line. And we're going to get a false start on the Comets as they start the second half. First play, not what you really wanted, Pam Schaffrath, as you come out of the second half trying to get your offense going. You have to start with a delay of game, 5-yard penalty. It's going to be first down and 15.
No, when you're down 21-0, start of the half, first, kickoff, first play of the game, having a penalty, it doesn't give you any win there.
Ivy Ortman got the opening kickoff, got it up to the 25-yard line, or about the 27-yard line, and this was going to be the first play of the second half for the Comets, and then they had the delay game, so it's going to bring up first down and 15. Ball at their own 22-yard line. Latrice Johnson in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, running back to her right. Johnson waiting for the snap, in the shotgun, gets it, short snap, has to pick it up off the ground. Now looking to throw, is going to throw it to the right side and got Aisha Jones. Tries to break one tackle, she can't. She was taken down on the play by number 45, that is Dorian Bridges, for a short gain. It's going to bring up second down, and we'll call it 13. She may well make it second down and 15. She didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, so second down and 15 here for the Comets.
And again, Andy, pressure from the Force defense by Kim Marks, who's having a great game defensively. Johnson had to get rid of the ball, and but Johnson did a really good job at that short snap to get rid of it to her receiver.
Second down, 15 for the Columbus Comets. Trying to get something going. They're down by 21 to the Chicago Force. Latrice Johnson under center. Lone running back is Stephanie Stevens. Fakes the handoff, now throws it to the right side, and it's caught for a first down for the Columbus Comets. Nice catch from number 25, Whitney Barnes again. She's gotten some action down there. It's going to be a first down for the Comets. Ball will be put down at the Comets' 36-yard line.
Yeah, it seems like when they do pass the ball, the Comets are keying on Emma Finestone, our cornerback, and the actual duo between Finestone and Whitney Barnes. And Whitney Barnes, that's her third catch of the day for some long yardage.
I really like the way Latrice Johnson throws the ball. Nice spiral, able to get a receiver open and throw it right to her. It's a nice play from Latrice Johnson on the throw.
Yeah, she doesn't have the strongest arm, Andy, but she has a very accurate arm.
First down and 10 for the Comets. Ball at the 36-yard line. Johnson in the shotgun. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. There's a flag on the play. Johnson's going to throw it to the right side. No good. Too high to Aisha Jones, and we've got another penalty. I think this is going to be on Columbus.
I do too. I think it might be another false start, Andy, on that passing play formation.
We'll see if head coach John Konecki of the Chicago Force want to take the penalty. Has no reason not to, so it's going to be first down and 15. Ball will be put down at the 31-yard line of the Columbus Comets. Pushes the Comets back a little bit. So we have our first drive of the second half. 13:01 to go, third quarter. The Chicago Force up 21-0.
It'll be interesting, Andy, to see what kind of adjustments the Comets offense makes here after that first half and seeing the Force defense. And it looks like the Force defense is still doing a lot of blitz packages here and really beefing it up on the inside so the Comets can't run in the middle on the inside. They got to stay on their outside. Got to stay outside on their plays.
Stephanie Stevens, the lone running back to the left of Latrice Johnson in shotgun. Johnson gets a snap, and we've got another flag. It's going to be another false start on Columbus. It's going to bring up first down and 20, and the Columbus Comets going the wrong way here on the offensive plays.
You sure that was on Columbus? Yep, it was. I thought it might have been offsides on the Force, but
the Force's best defense right now is the Columbus Comets offense.
It sure is.
All these penalties. First down and 20, ball at the 26-yard line of Columbus. Andy Garcia alongside Pam Schaffrath. Glad you could join us. Thanks to our sponsors, Spin Nightclub, Hot Doug's in Chicago, Athletico, Midwest Orthopedics at Rush, and Buffalo Wild Wings in Evanston. Glad they could be part of our broadcast. Comets in the shotgun. Stevens to the left of Johnson. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Another bad snap. Johnson has to throw it up and just winged it away, and it was almost picked off by one of the defensive linemen. They're going to say it was a forward throw. Not going to call it a fumble. And that was a lucky play from Columbus because Latrice Johnson, again, a short snap, had to pick it up off the ground. More pressure came, and she just kind of winged it out of there. And one of the defensive linemen from the Force almost had an interception. It was incomplete, so it's going to bring up second down and 20.
Yeah, it looks like the Columbus Comets center is having a little bit of trouble getting that ball to Johnson in the shotgun.
I would be too when I know those Force defensive linemen are coming
at. Very true, and yeah, especially the lineman looking at you and grunting right there. But I've also noticed too that number 21 in the Force, Rebecca Tustad, she's actually a veteran of the Force. She actually took some time off. She was actually a police officer, came back to play for the Force. And she's been a really big key defensive player in this organization since it started.
Second down and 20, ball at the 31-yard line of Columbus. Stevens, lone back. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Johnson gets a snap, throws the pitch off to Stevens, gets to the 25, still on her feet to the 30. She's taken down from behind, I believe, by Darcy Leslie. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and call it 10. A nice 10-yard run there for the Comets. Try to get something going here on offense.
That was a really good pickup for the Comets, and I think what the Comets are going to adjust to is running on the outside of the Force's defense, because if anything has worked today against the Force defense, it's those outside runs. And if there's been any flaw in Force defense today, it's just been a containment on the outside.
They'll call it 3rd down and 12. Ball at the 33-yard line. Johnson gets a snap, and she lost it, and a fumble, and the Force pick it up. Number 21 of the Chicago Force, Becky Tustad got it. What a play from her, and it's going to be Chicago Force ball turnover from the Comets.
Well, Coach Lewandowski of Force defense talked to him before the game. He said there's going to be a lot of blitz coverage, and that's exactly what Punk did. That's her nickname.
Yep.
Rebecca Tustad, Punky, blitz through the middle. Messed up the Comets, had a little bit hard time with the snap, Johnson, and she picked it up. She was in the right spot at the right time.
It didn't look like Johnson really wanted to get that that snap, did she?
No.
She had the gator hands.
Yeah, she saw number 21 coming through the middle, and
1st and 10 Chicago.
get that snap somehow.
The ball at the 26-yard line for the Force. In great territory, Grisafi in the shotgun. Looking to throw, and she's going to be taken down for a loss. Nice play from the Comets. Looked like there was a problem with the offense there. But give the sack to number 49, Christy Sabatucci. Nice play for the Comets. It's going to push the Force back a little bit. It's going to be 2nd down and long.
Yeah, Christy Sabatucci is that 3rd linebacker in that linebacker core for the Comets, and they're really good athletes. And there was a little bit of mix-up there. I don't know if they thought it was going to be a counter, because it didn't look like the Force offensive line knew what was coming.
2nd down and long. Ball at the 32-yard line. Grisafi throws to her right, and it's going to be a short hop to Brandy Serta, incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long. That was a huge sack. It's about 3rd down and 20 now. The Force will take the snap at about the 32-yard line, make it the 33-yard line of the Columbus Comets.
Yeah, Sammy did a little rollout, and they had Brandy dragging through the middle on that play. It was just thrown a little short.
Grisafi in shotgun, 3rd down and 20. Pressure's coming from Columbus. Fake the handoff. Now throw outside, and it was intended to Trish Harper. Harper had her hands on it. Incomplete, though. She had some open room out there, a little bit of a flanker screen. Harper just not able to make the catch. It's going to bring up 4th down and long.
She did. That was a great play call by Coach K. Little counter, fake handoff, opposite field throw to Harper. Harper is another one, a great player for the Force. She was part of the 08 championship team, and it just shows you how deep our receivers are.
All right, 4th down and 20 for the Force. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Grisafi looking to get a big 1st down, throws it to the left side. Caught by Harper inside the 20-yard line, and that's going to be enough, I believe, for the 1st down. Yours just short. We'll have to take a look at the sticks. Trish Harper with a nice catch on the left side, the far side. Nice throw from Sammy Grisafi, and looks like Harper might be hurt. We'll see if she has enough for the 1st down, too.
Let's hope she's okay. Looks like she got a tackle, helmet to the stomach there. It was a really nice tackle by the Comets defensive back. But, you know, I like to see this, Andy. I like to see Harper missed a catch right before this play, comes right back, makes a great catch, and redeems herself. And that's one thing about Harper is she'll always go out there, because I remember playing with her, and she makes some, you know, she never gives up. She makes some great catches like that.
And to complete a 4th down and 20 play, you need that protection from the O-line, and they gave Grisafi enough time to get that throw off, and Harper's on her feet, not getting a lot of help. So good to see Trish Harper get up on her own 2 feet with a nice catch, and now they're going to measure for the 1st down. It's really close,
It is close.
Pam, for the 1st down. It was 4th down and 20. The ball is just inside, you know, it's almost just inside the 17, closer to the 16-yard line. The officials are going to bring the chain gain from the far side, so we'll see how much the Force maybe got the 1st down, or maybe a turnover on downs. 11:29 to go, 3rd quarter. The Force are up 21-0.
You know what I like, too? I think Coach K coming right back at Harper with that throw shows you the confidence he has in his team.
It's going to be just short, probably about a half-yard short, so it's going to be a turnover on downs to Columbus, but nice field position now for the Chicago Force defense. The Comets are going to have the ball starting at their own 16-yard line.
Very nice field position for the defense, and you know, as a defensive player, I used to like kind of getting into this field position on defense, because there's always a opportunity for an interception and a touchdown, or a fumble and a touchdown when you get this close. But yeah, it's going to be really good field position for the Force defense.
And I know Coach Konecki's going to use that and say, hey, we got that turnover really deep in their own territory. We've got to get some points with that. I know he'll use that as a teaching tool coming up this week in practice, hopefully after the Force are 2-0 here, too.
Yes, he will.
It's 21-0 Force. Columbus Comets get the ball back at their own 16-yard line.
First down, Columbus.
Patrice Johnson, the quarterback for the Comets, I formation. Shelly Gates is the front back. Far back is Stephanie Stevens. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Johnson under center. Getting ready for the first down snap. Gets it, hands it off to Stevens. Tries to move to the outside on the right side, and should be taken down. Nice play from number 32. That is Amber Burns. Burns with a nice play. As you said, Thomas tried to get to the outside on the left side, and Burns was able to take it down.
As far as the running game, Andy, I think the Comets are definitely going to try and get to the outside, but the Force did a really good job on that play. You have linebacker from the Force, Amber Burns, number 32. She's actually a really big hitter. She read that play perfectly. Her key was contain actually in that play. I could tell she came around the end. It was you play the run first as a linebacker. She knew it was run. She went right there and made the tackle.
Comets may have lost a half yard. It's 2nd down and 10. Johnson, handoff, Stevens. Moves to her right, gets to the outside, 15 to the 20. He's got some room to the 25. One blocker out there, and she'll be taken out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Nice run from Stephanie Stevens. Gives the Columbus Comets a first down at their own 30.
Yeah, what they did, Andy, there is they were set up on the left side of the field hash mark, and they had that's a perfect time to run an outside running play because you have the whole length of the field. If you get outside, you get a big gain, and that's exactly what they did.
First down and 10 for Columbus. Down 21-0 to the Chicago Force. 10-13 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
They put together a nice first down run there. Yep. Series there for the Comets.
I formation for the Comets. 1 receiver to the left, 1 to the right. Johnson calling out the signals. Gets a snap. Handoff to the up back. Goes right up the middle. Handoff to Shelly Gates. She may have gained maybe 3 yards up to the 33-yard line. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, Comets trying to run up the middle on the Force. It's really tough to run up the middle on the Force with our line. And you have Darcy Leslie, who's one of our more athletic linebackers, got in on that play pretty quickly and slowed her up, and then our defensive tackles were able to make the tackle.
Check that. That's at the 33-yard line. Make it the 34. 2nd down and 6.
A good 4-yard gain for the Comets there, chipping away here.
Johnson again under center, I formation. Receiver to the left. Waiting for the snap. Gets it. Handoff to Stevens. Tries to go to the right side, and it's going to be about 10 Force players there to tackle her. Nice gang tackling from the Force. She may have lost a couple yards. It's going to bring up a 4th down, and we'll call it maybe 7.
Like to see that from the Force. What they did was try and work to the short side of the field for the Comets. Didn't work. That was a really big play by number 99 of the Force, April Tank Falks. She was a new addition to the team this year. She's one of those tackles that takes up a lot of space. And if she stays honest and just reads where the ball is every time, they're going to have a hard time getting through her.
I said it was 4th down. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 6 from the 33-yard line of the Comets. Johnson under center. Again, I formation. All the Force players in the box except for the DBs looking over the receivers. Johnson fakes the handoff. It's going to be taken down for a big loss by number 30, Alicia Oakrey, the rookie. Big sack, big loss from the Comets, and Oakrey came without being blocked at all, and Alicia Oakrey gets a first sack of her season.
Number 30, Oakrey, really good addition to the Force team, and I was talking to the defensive coach today for the Force, and he said it would be a lot of outside blitzing, and that's exactly what happened.
No problem.
So it's going to be 4th down and forever, and the Comets will punt it away.
Looks like we're going to have our first, is our first punt by or second punt by the Comets?
Carly Baird will punt it away. Back deep for the Force will be Strozinski. Strozinski's going to plant at the 50-yard line. Punt, and it is blocked.
Yes!
It's blocked by Kim Marks. It's going to move out to about the 30-yard line of the Comets, but Kim Marks got her hands on the punt, and the Chicago Force are going to have good starting field position. They'll be inside the 30-yard line of the Columbus Comets, see if they can add to this 21-0 lead.
Great field position for the Force, Andy, and you've got Marks having a hell of a game, and it looked like Darcy Leslie was in there on that block too.
Force will take over on the block punt. at the Comets' 29-yard line. 7:57 to go, third quarter. Lazier Field here in Evanston Township High School, Evanston, Illinois. Andy Garcia alongside Pam Schaffrath. Hope you're enjoying the action. Grisafi in the shotgun. Little flanker screen to Strozinski. Has some blockers at the 25, up to the 20, 15, 10, at the 5. Should be taken down there. Close to the end zone. Elizabeth Strozinski on the flanker screen. Got some blocks, and she'll get down to the 5-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Chicago Force.
Great call with that flanker screen. Little fake pass, hold up the defense for a bit, and the key to that play was having those blockers in front of her for that yardage, and she read her blocks perfectly.
I saw them practicing that on Tuesday night. It was work to perfection here on Saturday.
Yep.
Force now. Ball will be spotted at the 6-yard line. I formation. Grisafi. Man in motion. Hand off to Melissa Smith. Up the middle to the 2-1. Touchdown. Chicago Force. A 6-yard touchdown run for Melissa Smith. That's her second touchdown of the game, her third of the season, and it's now 27-0 Force.
There's that red zone package that Coach K puts in and when they're in the red zone, and it's really hard to stop when you got Melissa Smith as your power running back and that line of scrimmage with that size.
7:08 to go, third quarter, and the Force put more points on the board. Charbonneau in, try to get the PAT. Gets a snap, and it's going to be a fake. Zuby is going to throw it to the right side, and it's going to be too short. Tried to get it to Brandy Hatcher to try to get the 2-point play, and it's going to be incomplete. But the Force are up 27-0 on the Columbus Comets after a 6-yard touchdown run from Melissa Smith. Take over on the punt. You block the punt, Pam, and you go down there and you get the touchdown.
Yep, and you know, I talked about special teams earlier, and special teams, when they play well like that, that's what they're going to do for you. They're going to get you a good field position and have a chance to score. And that score was a big blow to the Comets at this point in the game. 27-0 Force. Melissa Smith, 2 touchdowns today. One was from 16 yards out, and that last one was from 6 yards out. 27-0. Now you've been on the defensive side. You got a 27-0 lead here. I know one thing they're thinking is they don't give up anything. You want to keep that bagel on the scoreboard. I was just thinking this. We're reading our minds now. Did you know that?
Well, you do that after a couple of years of working together.
Yeah, you were reading my mind. As a defensive player, your goal right now is a 0 on the scoreboard. You don't want anyone to score against you at this point.
And I hope everybody's listening on AM 1230 WJOB and ChicagoForceFootball.com. Enjoying the live stream. Everybody around the country watching us.
I do know we have someone from outside the country, too, from the UK.
Do you really?
Yes, someone that really enjoys our broadcast.
Oh,
I believe his last name is Hayes, so we'll send a shout-out to him.
Ball's in the air. Picked up for the Comets at the 23-yard line. Moves to her right, still on her feet at the 30-yard line. That's Ivy Ortman with the ball. She'll be taken down at the 30, and that's where the Columbus Comets will start, and we're going to get a personal foul. Tackle was made for the Force by Melissa Wims, and then right after the play, it looks like a personal foul will be on the Columbus Comets, so they may be pushed back here again as they start another offensive drive.
Well, I really love to see that on special teams as Melissa Wims, really good coverage on that kickoff and making a big hit at the end there. You know,
the foul's not going to be on the Force.
Okay, I don't know.
Check that.
But that was a really big hit by Melissa Wims, really textbook tackle and wrap up and drive your legs, really good tackle.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty on the Force. So the Comets will have good field position. They'll start at their own 45-yard line. See if the Comets can get something going. The Force defense has given them some fits. They had some opportunities, but the Force defense came up big. An interception from Elizabeth Strozinski. She also has a touchdown pass, Stro does, from Grisafi.
She's having a big game, and we got to point out she's playing both ways.
Yes, she is.
That's really hard to do. It's a hell of an athlete to be able to play both ways.
Latrice Johnson again under center for the Comets. Under 7 minutes to go, third quarter. The Force up 27-0. Little movement from the Chicago Force D-line with no flag on the play. Hand off to Stevens as she was stood up by Kimberly Marks. She may have gotten, she lost about 2 yards. It's going to be second down and 12 for the Comets. Nice play again from Kim Marks.
Nice play by Kim Marks. She had Amber Burns in on that tackle and Becky Tewstead. These linebackers and Kim Marks are really having a good game. These linebackers are blitzing those gaps, and there's nowhere to go for the Columbus Comets.
6.5 to go, third quarter, second down and 12. Ball at the 43-yard line. of the Comets. Shotgun formation, one receiver to the left, one to the right. A running back to each side of Latrice Johnson. Johnson gets the snap. Looking to throw, fakes it once, now throws to the near side. It's going to be picked off by Amber Burns at the 45-40. She's got room to the 30. 25-20. She's going to be bounced out of bounds at the 15-yard line. An interception for Amber Burns. And the Chicago Force will take the ball over, up by 27 points.
There must have been a mix-up there with Johnson and her receivers because it looked like she threw it straight to Burns, and it looked like Force defense was just in their zone coverage, and Burns was right there to make the catch for a nice return, like you said, at the 15-yard line.
2 interceptions today for the Force defense. That one from Amber Burns. Nice play from Amber in her 4th season with the Force. Chicago with great field position.
You know, turnovers will kill you in a game like this, and the Comets have had chances, you know, to score and make some big plays, but our defense, Force defense, has been just too much for them, and the turnovers don't help, Andy.
Here come the Force at the 15-yard line of the Comets. First down and 10, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Grisafi fakes to throw to the left, now throws it back to Jeanette Gray for the screen. At the 10, at the 5, still on her feet. Got a knee down and should be taken down there at the 5.
There's that screen again with those blockers.
Grisafi faked it to the left and then threw the screen to the right. At those blockers again, and it gets it down to the 5-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down. We'll see if they give them a first down. They do. The officials say it's first down and goal. Ball will be marked at the 6-yard line of the Comets. The Force looking to get another touchdown.
And you know, at this point in the game, Andy, when you've got the Force playing really well with turnovers, the Comets defense is getting fatigued at this point.
Grisafi in the pack. Big bunch, hands it off to Smith. Drives to the 2, to the 1, balls over, tackle it over and in for the end zone to the touchdown. Touchdown to Melissa Smith again. Her 3rd of the game, 4th of the season, another 6-yard run, and it's now 33-0 Chicago Force.
And if you notice in that play, that was a typical sweep play. And if you notice in that play, Andy, with the way they designed it, you sweep the ball to Melissa Smith on the outside, and guess who your lead block was? Sammy Grisafi. She sweeps the ball, little hesitation, she goes right through the hole there, and Sammy's a lead blocker, and you know what? Sammy's the type of quarterback where she's going to make blocks.
The Force going for 2, hand off to Smith. Right up the middle, she's going to get in for the 2-point conversion. 5:21 to go, 3rd quarter. It's the Chicago Force 35, the Columbus Comets nothing.
That's 14 points off 2 turnovers, Andy, and great field position for the Force, and with the Force offense just, you know, running like clockwork right now, the Comets are having a hard time stopping them.
We don't have official stats, but Melissa Smith's got to be close to the 100-yard mark, I'm sure.
Yes, easy, probably over.
35-0 Force, 5:21 to go, 3rd quarter, and exactly what head coach John Konecki wanted to see. You get the turnover, and you put it in for points.
You know, I've always been impressed with Coach Konecki's offense, his style of play, all of his packages. He's got wonderful passing packages and running packages, but I got to tell you, I'm really impressed with the Force defense today. I think this organization was built on stressing defense, and you know, it's going to be hard to stop the Force when we have both sides of the ball playing so well.
Force getting ready to kick it off. It's gotten a little bit chillier. I would say about 55 degrees at kickoff. I bet it's gotten a little bit colder.
Yeah, it is chillier as the night goes on here, Andy. Thank God I got you next to me to keep me warm.
Oh, yeah. Good football, too.
That's right.
Sharby puts her foot to the ball. Ivy Ortman gets it at the 22-yard line. To the 30, up to the 35, still on her feet, rounds it out to the outside, and then cuts it back inside, and she's being taken down at the 35-yard line. That's where Columbus will start their drive.
Tackled by number 14, Emma Feinstone. Great position. You know, as the kickoff team to make the tackle, she stayed in her lane. Textbook tackle by Feinstone. You know, she's a little mighty out there.
She is.
She really, I love watching her play. You know, yet last year she was a rookie, and I talked to her a little bit at practice when I was there, and I just really enjoy watching her play. She just goes all out, 100% every down.
So the Comets take over, down by 35. It's 35-0 Force. 5:10 to go, 3rd quarter. Latrice Johnson under center, I formation. Gets a handoff, gives it to the up men. She may get back to the line of scrimmage. She may gain 1. I believe that was Shelly Gates. It'll be 2nd down and call it 9 for the Columbus Comets.
Yeah, Shelly Gates is their big fullback. They might think about giving her the ball more. as a power running back this the rest of the game to try and gain some yardage and get some first downs for the Comets.
They gave her 2. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. Ball at the 37-yard line of the Comets. Another I formation. Receiver to the left, receiver to the right.
Yeah, I got you. I'll get after this play.
Johnson with the snap. Hand off to Stevens. Tried to get inside, go to the right side, but she was taken down for a loss. Guess who's in there again? Kim Marks.
Kim Marks. And you know what? Right now, Andy, Force has the big tackles in Tammy Engelman. She's a big tackle, and number 99, the new girl to the team, April Tank. And with those two in the middle, it's really hard to run up the middle, which gives a chance for our ends to come in and make plays.
Also getting up from the ground in the bottom of the pile is Darcy Leslie. She's always around the ball.
Darcy Leslie's all over the place, and that's what makes her a good linebacker. Good linebackers are always around the ball.
3rd down and 10 for the Comets. Ball at their own 35-yard line. Johnson in the shotgun, looking to throw. On the left side, going to be up for grabs and no one there. Nice defense. She tried to get it to number 25 again. That's Whitney Barnes, but good defense from Elizabeth Rosinski of the Force. Bad throw, but it was good coverage as well.
It was really good coverage. She was with her all the way, and the pass by Johnson was in the area, but the receiver had to come back for it, and she just didn't have a chance to make the play.
Coming up 4th down and 10, and it looks like that the Comets will punt. They will. Carly Baird is in. Back deep for the Force will be Elby Zuby at her own 30-yard line. Another good stop from the Force defense. See if the Comets can get this one off. It was blocked last time by Kim Marks. Baird gets it. Punt coverage is back. Punt's going to drop. Get a nice bounce. It bounced inside Comets coverage, Comets field position, and then it bounced back to the Force. It's going to be Force football. Where are they going to drop it? At the 41-yard line of the Chicago Force. So a nice little bounce there for the
It was
Comets.
a nice bounce. Definitely a Comet bounce at Force Field, but it looked like it was going to go out to 50, and it actually went 10 more yards to the 40. Pretty good field position here for the Comets.
The Force will take over. They're going to mark it down at the 42-yard line. Sammy Grisafi, who I guess you could say she's a singer, right? That's her. She was doing a performance in Nashville last year.
Sammy is a singer, songwriter, overall musician. She's just a talented person in general. She loves it.
Grisafi with the screen to Bergeron on the right side, near side, and is not going to gain any yards. She lost 2 yards, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Force. They tried that little flanker screen again, and the Comets got a little smart to it.
They did. Dietra Sherwin for the Comets read that all the way and said, no, I'm not going to let that happen again.
Check.
2nd down and 12, ball at the 40. Grisafi in shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. She's going to move Melissa Smith to her right. Grisafi looking over the defense. Gets the snap. Fakes the handoff to Smith. Now tried to get it over on a post to Jeanette Gray. It was almost intercepted. It should have been intercepted by Ivy Ortman. It was right in her hands, right between her numbers. Yeah. She was unable to catch it. Incomplete pass. So it'll be 3rd down and 12 for the Force.
Ivy Ortman's a really good player for the Comets, really good defensive back. And, that's another chance they could have had. She would have had a really good run back there. Little overthrown by Sammy. And, they got to take advantage of those plays, and they didn't.
Grisafi in the shotgun. Hands it off to Smith, right up the middle, to the 50, to the 45, a 1st down for the Force. Nice run again from Melissa Smith. The Force are now in Comets territory again on a nice run.
Well-designed play by Coach Konecki, which does not surprise me. Little counter action, fake handoff. And for a defense, it's a very hard play to defend. Very hard play to defend, and the Force really run that really well.
Smith getting up slow. Looked like she might have bent her knee the wrong way, or she's going to come off with no tension.
It's the 2nd time today, Andy, that she's gotten up slow.
The officials are going to call for a quick timeout. Melissa Smith just to get a quick check over from the medical staff as she moves to the sideline on the near side. Great game from Melissa Smith again. Last week, Melissa Smith, 256 rushing yards, a touchdown on 30 carries. She's got to be having the same type of game today. She has 3 rushing touchdowns for the Force. 35-0 Chicago right now over the Columbus Comets. Grisafi in the shotgun, 1st down and 10. Grisafi with the little shovel pass up to Hatcher at the 40 to the 35, taken down there. Nice play again from head coach John Konecki. 1st down for the Force.
That was a great little shuffle pass, and if you notice that, Sammy got rid of it just in time, and it looked like because of that just in time.
You let that defense come to you, and then you got that opening.
That's right. And you know, Sammy gets pretty fired up. She's an emotional player. She's an artist. She's a musician. So it's fun to, you know, after that play, she gets fired up. That's fun to watch.
34-yard line of the Comets. The Force offense continues. First down and 10. Grisafi, hand off to Hatcher. Moves to the outside to the 30. Has blockers to the 25 and taken down at the 24-yard line. Again, a nice first down run for Brandy Hatcher. Moves the chains again. And the Comets now on their heels a little bit here. It's already 35-0. Not trying to give up any more points is number 8. Tiffany Soleberger gets up slowly, and now the medical staff's going to have to come out and take a look at her. Yeah. And another nice run, though, for the Force.
Really nice run. You know, that play's designed where after the handoff, Sammy gives a little fake pass, and, you know, it's one of those plays that's really run well by the Force, and the Comets haven't been able to solve that play today yet. But I give a lot of credit to this Comet defense. They're not giving up. And, you know, they've been out here on the field, that defense, for long amounts of time, and fatigue sets in at this point.
1:12 to go, third quarter. Chicago Force up 35-0, looking to put more points on the board. Sammy Grisafi having a fantastic game, and it's been the running game today for the Force. Brandy Hatcher has a touchdown run. Melissa Smith with 3 touchdown runs. Grisafi does have a touchdown pass, 36 yards to end the first half to Strosinski. It's 35-0 Force. Elby Zuby now the quarterback. Shotgun. Zuby moves to her right. Looking, being pressured. Now she's going to throw it to the right side, and it should have been picked off again. Incomplete. Deetra Sherwin had her hands on the ball. She was the closest player to the throw. Incomplete. It's going to bring up second down and 10 for the Chicago Force.
Second chance for a turnover for the Comets, and they just didn't make it happen. And, you know, you talk about running game is primarily, you know, the star today for the Force. But, you know, I got to say, too, you know, our passing game sets up the running game.
Yes, it does.
And the Force has done a really good job of that today with our receiver core, which is fantastic.
Second down and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. Grisafi looks to her left, now throws to the right to Zuby on another flanker screen. Has room at the 20 to the 15, and now down at the 13-yard line. That screen has worked perfectly today. We're going to have another first down for the Force.
And Andy, that flanker screen, I think we've seen 3 different players catch the ball, and that same play.
That's versatility.
So it just goes to show you as I was talking earlier, we have so many different receivers with so many different packages that can, you know, give so many different looks.
30 seconds to go, third quarter, ball at the 13-yard line. Grisafi, man in motion, handoff to Hatcher. Up the middle, maybe gain 2 yards. A lot of traffic up there. It's going to bring up second down and 8. And we may not get another playoff here to end the third quarter. They're going to try too quickly. Grisafi brings the team up. Second down and 8, 7 seconds. 6, Grisafi in the I formation. Gets a snap just off to Hatcher. Right up the middle. She's going to be taken down at about the 7-yard line. And that's going to finish 3 quarters. The Force up 35-0. We'll start the fourth quarter with the Force trying to get in another touchdown. It'll be third down for Chicago.
That was a good tackle by number 8, Tiffany Soleberger on the Comets. She read that play really well and getting fired up there. But so I'm surprised they got that play off, and they're in good field position.
Let's take a break. End of the third quarter, Chicago Force 35, the Columbus Comets nothing. They're listening to Chicago Force Football on ChicagoForceFootball.com and AM 1230 WJOB.
Hey Region, I'm Taria Sia, WJOB's news anchor. We are transitioning from radio only to radio and television. So go to WJOB1230.com and check out what JOB has to offer.
Spin Nightclub is a sponsor of our Game Day MVP Award. At the end of each home game, we select an offensive and defensive player of the game. Spin Nightclub offers a comfortable and friendly environment for everyone, located at the corner of Belmont and Halsted. Athletico. Isn't it about time you came off injured reserve? Schedule a complimentary injury screening at any of our convenient locations and receive personal attention by a licensed medical professional. Complimentary injury screenings are free, easy to schedule, and most importantly, provide you with peace of mind. Call 1-877-ATHLETICO or visit us online at athletico.com to find a location near you. Athletico, the official provider of physical therapy and athletic training to the Chicago Force. The Chicago Force, in its 8th season, is a proud member of the Women's Football Alliance. The WFA plays under the same full-contact football rules as the NFL. From Florida to Oregon, from New England to California, the WFA consists of the best teams in the nation.
Andy Garcia alongside Pam Schaffrath. I want to thank our sponsors for today's coverage of Chicago Force football: Spin Nightclub, Hot Doug's in Chicago, Athletico, Midwest Orthopedics at Rush, and Buffalo Wild Wings in Evanston. The weather's cooled off a little bit here since the start of the game. A little chilly here in the press box.
It has. I just put my jacket back on. It's getting colder as the night goes on. But, you know, these players, as you can see, most of them don't have sleeves on. When you're out there, it's actually a perfect night for football.
The ball at the 8-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Grisafi in the shotgun. Hatcher to her right. Gets a snap, looking to throw, fakes, now throws to the left. Over to Soda for the touchdown. Double team, but Brandy Soda got the touchdown. It's 41-0, a 6-yard. Make that an 8-yard touchdown throw. Grisafi to Soda.
Another player with a touchdown. Andy, another receiver with a play. Brandy Serta, veteran from the Force, great player. Really knows the game. But I got to say that throw was perfect, and Brandy ran a real good route, and the ball was thrown in a perfect position for her to catch it in the corner of the end zone.
41-0 Force. Tricia Charbonneau in for the PAT. The snap, they're going to fake it. Zuby again with the rollout to her right, looking for help. She's going to be taken down. Taken down by the Columbus Comets at the 16-yard line. The PAT no good, but it's still 41-0 Chicago Force.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Konecki is putting in, you know, some plays here that he could practice and for future use with that fake field goal kick, you know, just to see how it works out, and when, you know, go back to film, see what you did wrong. But, you know, that's a good time to try this stuff out.
Boy, you said it was a perfect throw from Grisafi. Double teamed out there. Brandy Serta just threw it over that defense, and Serta got the touchdown catch. It's 41-0. I'm taking a look at Melissa Smith, who's in front of me on the sideline. Looks like she's okay. I don't know if we'll see much of Melissa Smith in here in the 4th quarter. Don't need to after her 3 touchdown runs today.
No, I don't think so. I think they're going to give Melissa Smith a rest the rest of the way through, because you know, we're going to need her. She needs to rest it out for the day, I think.
41-0. 14:36 to go here in the 4th quarter. Force looking to move their record to 2-0. Columbus Comets would fall to 0-1. The home opener for 2012 Chicago Force. 3 more after this. Got to get all the fans out here.
Yeah.
2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from
5
today.
o'clock, we'll have our next home game.
And that's actually Alumni Day for the Force on May 5th.
The Force kick it off. Charbonneau over to Aisha Jones at the 30-yard line. Lost it, picked it up at the 35, spin move, and she's gang tackled at the 35-yard line. That's where the Comets will start their drive, down by 41.
I'd like to see a lot of black jerseys, Andy, on these kickoffs. You know, I'm surprised that Jones hasn't been more of a force today for the Comets.
No pun intended?
Exactly. No pun intended. But I'm surprised they haven't used her more for the Force, or for the Comets, just for some plays. But, you know, I think the Force defense has been keying on her, too.
They're going to say her forward movement got her to the 36-yard line. So they'll start their drive there. 14.5 to go here in the 4th quarter.
My cable got snagged.
Glad you could join us on AM 1230 WJOB and ChicagoForceFootball.com. All the home games will be streamed live here, and all the games will be aired here on 1230. Comets on the offense. New quarterback in. She'll hand it off to Stevens, and Stevens is going to lose it to the 30-yard line. Gang tackled there. Looks like Finestone was in there. Kim Marks was in there.
And
also Skirto.
Yep.
Nice play there from the Force defense.
Sammy Skirto. That just sounds like a linebacker's name, doesn't it?
It does.
Sammy Skirto.
The new quarterback is Wania Elmore.
You know, we talk about this Force team and how many players can do the job for the Force team, versatility. This linebacking core for the Force, there's a lot of them. And I know the defensive coach is doing a good job of rotating them all in there, but I do know our linebackers this year are very deep, and we have a lot of them that really can do the job.
Well, you said they're very deep, and you need to get some playing time in here because you can keep them all fresh.
Yes.
You're not losing anything when you bring them in and out, so it's going to be a 2nd down and 14. Elmore, quarterback, hands it off. goes up the middle. Not much there for the Comets. That time Tammy Engelman was in. Also April Folks was in. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Comets.
Yeah, you know, when you run up the middle against the Force and they've got Folks down there right in the middle, she's going to be there to make that tackle because she takes up a lot of room on that line. Looks like there's a new quarterback in for the Comets.
Yeah, Deshwania Elmore. See what they can do. Elmore got the call in from the sidelines. It's going to come into the huddle. Under 13 to play, 4th quarter. Force up 41-0. Andy Garcia alongside Pam Schaffer after she swallows hot chocolate.
Oh, does it taste good?
It's good, huh?
Nothing like hot chocolate on a night like this.
Comets in shotgun. Elmore has a running back to her right. 2 receivers to the left. Elmore gets a snap, looking to throw in the middle of the field, and no one was there. Short ball. Looked like she was going to Aisha Jones, but there was about 3 Force players there in front of her. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down, and it looks like the Comets have to punt.
Yeah, there were a lot of Force players there, and it looked like it was going to be intercepted for a second again. But you had number 30 Oakrey in there, and you had number 43 Wims in there.
It's good to see Melissa Wims back. I saw her at practice coming back and getting her first chance to play. I know she was excited to get back on the field.
It sure is. She's one of those defensive players that really likes to hit, and you got to have those players on defense, and it's her energy is just really contagious.
Comets going to punt. Get the snap. Punt is off. Nice high kick. Albie Zuby's going to let it bounce. It takes a Comet bounce all the way down. It bounced at about the 42-yard line, and the Comets are going to down it at the 26-yard line of the Force. So a nice punt from Columbus, and the Chicago Force will take over at their own 26-yard line with 12:24 to go in the 4th quarter. The Chicago Force up 41-0.
Yeah, those were great punts. Last 2 punts by the Comets took definitely Comet bounces and put the defense in pretty good fielding position for the Comets here.
Sammy Grisafi brings the offense back on the field.
You know, for the Comets, for a game like this, you know, for their coaches, you know, you stress right now in this game is you want to end this game on a high. You want to end this game on a strong note. So, you know, these players here want to, you know, at least, you know, have some pride here and hopefully can end it with some good plays.
Grisafi, another screen to Zuby on the left side. Picks up some speed, across the 35-yard line. She'll be tripped up at the 40-yard line. So a 1st down for the Chicago Force on, guess what, another screen.
Another screen. And Zuby does a good job with that play because she knows what blocks to follow, what cuts to make. You know, she's another veteran on this team that has a lot of experience.
1st down and 10 for the Force at their own 40-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Serta in motion. Grisafi gets a snap, hands it off to Chules up the middle. Mary Chules takes it to the 50-yard line, inside Comets territory. Another 1st down for the Chicago Force.
Yeah, Mary Chules is a rookie this year, so it's nice for her probably to get her hands on the ball and get a chance to be out there. She's probably very excited.
She had 1 run last week. It was for 2 yards, so she's, again, getting some more playing time today.
It's nice to get your feet wet out here, and you know, I remember those first plays as a player. It's just to be out here in uniform and have those pads on is a really good feeling.
11.5 to go, 4th quarter. The Force up 41-0. They have the ball at the Comets' 49-yard line. Grisafi in shotgun, low snap, picks it up, throws a screen to the left side. Jeanette Gray gets a screen or gets a pick, blocked to the 45-yard line, down at the 43. Nice yardage on 1st down for the Force. It's going to bring up 2nd down, and we'll call it 3.
You know, what made that play happen was number 47 for the Force. Ellie Devante, she's a really 2nd-year player, and she made a really good block on that play.
2nd down and 3 for the Force. Ball at the 43-yard line of the Comets. Grisafi, hand off to Chules, up the middle to the 40, to the 35, and she got rocked down. Nice tackle from number 8, Tiffany Solerberger. She pancaked Chules on that play, but it's a 1st down for the Force.
First down for the Force. More experience for Chules in there, getting great experience, but that tackle was textbook. Nice hit, drive with the legs, wrap up, great tackle.
34-yard line, the Force 1st down and 10. Grisafi handoff up the middle of Chules, and she's going to lose yardage here. Nice play from the Comets defense. Number 79 of Columbus, that's Darnika Junies, gets in there. A loss on 1st down for the Force.
Yeah, I think we're having a little trouble with the snaps here right now for the Force. A little low. It's given Sammy has to reach for these snaps.
Under 10 minutes to play, 4th quarter. It's 41-0 Force. Chicago, shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Snap to Krisafi. Blitz is coming, nice shovel pass. It's gonna be incomplete though. Tried to get it to Ashley Bergeron. Krisafi made her wait a little bit too long. She let that defense come to her.
She did.
Tried the shuffle pass, but Bergeron couldn't find it. It was incomplete.
It looked like Bergeron was a little too far away from her, but I like that play. And you know why I like that play? You got Sammy in the shotgun, and she's got her receivers running routes, but then if she also has the option of that little, shuffle pass to someone that's there. But yeah, it just looked like she was a little too far.
3rd and 12 for the Force at the 37-yard line. Krisafi fakes a handoff, not throwing long, to the right side, ball in the air, and it's incomplete. Almost looked like a fly ball in baseball. A couple Force players tried to catch it, also a Comets defenseman. And we have a flag on the play.
Yeah, it was really high pass. It looked like it was anyone's ball at that point because the Comets could have reached up and grabbed it.
It's going to be a hold on the Force. See if the Comets take the penalty. It would be 3rd down and 12. See if the Comets, no, they're going to decline it. So it's going to be 4th down and 12. Ball at the 37-yard line. So a 4th down play coming for the Force. Up 41-0 here on the home opener of 2012. Offense stays in. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line of the Comets. Krisafi. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Krisafi looking over the defense. Krisafi gets a snap. Looking to throw, he's going to throw it deep from the left side. Nice post to Jeanette Gray, and Jeanette Gray dropped it.
Yeah.
It was a nice throw at the 25-yard line. A nice throw from Sammy. Jeanette Gray not able to get the catch, so it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 1st down for the Comets, but that was a nice throw. Jeanette Gray, she doesn't drop a lot of those.
She doesn't. It was a nice run post pattern. Sammy put it right in the numbers, and it was one of those plays where I think Jeanette Gray was looking to run before she had it, kind of thing, and that doesn't happen often. But Jeanette Gray, man, she's got the size, good size for a receiver, good athlete, great target for Sammy. I say it all the time, and she's going to be a big target for Sammy this year in that offense.
9:02 to go, 4th quarter. The Force are up 41-0. The Comets take over at their own 37-yard line. Elmore, the quarterback, I formation. Gets a snap, handoff to the up back, goes right up the middle, maybe a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down for Columbus.
Columbus still trying to put it through the middle of that running game off the center, A and B gap to the right and left of center, and they haven't had a lot of luck with that play today.
Shelly Gates got the handoff, maybe gained a half a yard. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. The clock keeps running, 8:35 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Glad you could join us today for Chicago Force football. Any news, information, anything you need on the team, always go on to www.chicagoforcefootball.com. All the information is there throughout the week, and then you can also watch it streaming the game live here on chicagoforcefootball.com, and also listen to it on AM 1230 WJOB here. Elmore hands it off to the running back, number 27, to the outside. She's tripped up from behind. Nice play from Emma Finestone. Pebbles making the play.
God, that makes me happy, Andy.
Uh-oh. Get the pads on.
You know why it makes me happy? Because Emma Finestone didn't stop pursuing. Number one thing on defense, never stop pursuing. She actually was blocked on that play, missed the tackle in the beginning of that play, never stopped pursuing, and with her speed, was able to make a tackle from behind. Great play by Emma Finestone. Love to watch her play.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12. 7.5 to go, 4th quarter. Dashwania Elmore, still the quarterback. She has a running back to her right. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Gets a snap, looks to her right, tries to throw it over to number 13, Shelly Gates, and a little screen from the backfield, incomplete. And it's going to bring up 4th down. See what the Comets do at their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, Shelly Gates was open right there, little overthrown, kind of on her fingertips. Wasn't able to make the catch. That would have been a little bit of a good yardage play for the Comets.
So the Comets will punt. 4th down and 12. Carly Barrett back in the game. Punted away for Columbus. Back deep at her own 30-yard line will be Elby Zuby. Comets get the snap off. No pressure coming.
No.
Gets it off. It's going to bounce. Take a Comet bounce. It's going to go out of bounds. The officials are going to say the Force will start at the 38-yard line.
That was almost blocked by number 92.
Where some late pressure came in.
Yeah, almost blocked by number 92, Amanda Walsh, which a good friend of mine and a great football player, amazing dedication to this team. I know that she has a lot of years on this team. I believe she's got this is her 8th year of playing. So she's just, huge commitment to this Force team.
Well, there's going to be a flag on the play. Sue, I believe the Comets are going to punt again.
Yeah, I believe it was roughing the punter from Amanda Walsh at the end there.
So the ball is going to be placed at the Comets' 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line, and see if they're going to maybe change it up. No, they're still going to punt. So they're going to punt from their 40-yard line, and they'll be Zuby back at her own 30. The Comets will still punt, even though the penalty was on Chicago. 7:16 to go. The up back gets it. They fake the punt. Now they try to throw the deep on the left side, and it's incomplete. I like that play, though. They tried to get it to Ivy Ortman. Instead of giving it to the punter, they got it up to the up man. The up man threw it to the left side, just a little bit too far for the receiver. So the Force will get the ball back in Comets territory. I kind of like that play. That's just one of those trickery plays that you want to try out.
I do too, and I think it was a great play, but you know what I like about it even more is that our defense picked it up.
Yep.
And our defense made the play. A lot of times trick plays like that work because you're not ready for it, but the Force was ready for it.
It would have taken a fantastic throw to get it there. It had to be right there.
Right, but Emma Feinstone, again, had good coverage.
Yep. So the Force take over at the Comets' 40-yard line. Semi Grasafi in motion with Serta. Hands it off to Brandy Hatcher, moves to her right, still on her feet to the 40, to the 35, pushes her way to the 32-yard line. Nice run from Brandy Hatcher.
Brandy Hatcher isn't that big of a player size for a running back, but she's really tough to take down. She's really skittish, and she does a good job of cutting back and forth, and on that run, that's what she did, and they had a hard time tackling her.
Force keep the pace up in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Serta in motion. Grasafi gets a snap, throws it, gives it off to Choles in the middle, to the 30, to the 25. Nice handoff from Mary Choles.
Yeah, some nice runs by Choles. She's doing a really good job on these runs coming in here late in the game. But I gotta credit the whole offensive line for the Force today. They've been doing a great job.
First down for the Force. Ball at the 24-yard line. Grasafi, shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. Looking to the left, gives a little screen to Berger. Tries to go to the outside. She stood up there. Nice play from Deetra Sherwin. Pushed out of bounds. She may have gained 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Ball will be spotted at the 23-yard line of the Comets for the Chicago Force offense. 6:10 to play, 4th quarter. Grasafi gets a shotgun, hands it off to Choles right up the middle. First down and more inside the 20-yard line of Columbus. Mary Choles with another nice run.
Really nice run, and number 44, Julianne Gardner, linebacker, made that tackle. But they're getting some work in for Choles, getting her some experience.
Under 6 to play. Force up 41-0 on the Columbus Comets. And the throw, and the running from the Force offense. Nice combination.
Really nice combination of everything today. Interceptions.
Grasafi, shotgun. Gets a little screen off to 82 Dantuma, one of those little jet sweeps where Dantuma comes in motion, gets a handoff from Grasafi. Nice run from Dantuma, close to another first down, and it is a first down. It'll be first down and goal for the Force just inside the 10-yard line of Columbus.
A lot of motion plays today. Coach K has really put in these running plays where there's a lot of motion, there's a lot of fake handoffs. And the thing about that, Andy, is these fake handoffs, these counters, these motions really keeps defenses on their toes.
The ball spotted at the 10-yard line. So it'll be first down and goal for the Force. Grasafi hands it off to Choles on the left side to the 5 and then tripped down at the 1-yard line. She was sniffing the end zone.
Oh, she sure was.
She's tripped up. She'll be down at the 1, and we've got a Force player hurt. She'll see if she's able to get up. Maybe she just got the wind knocked out of her.
Keisha Brooks.
Yep, Keisha
53.
Brooks back up quickly. Good to see that.
I hope Keisha Brooks is okay. This is another veteran, Andy, that is a huge part of this team. Keisha Brooks, offensive lineman, 7th year on the Force, and I want to say a little bit something about her as she walks off the field. Hope she's okay, but Keisha Brooks is one of those teammates that gives everything for the Force, and she's playing for her daughter this year who passed away suddenly and was a big part of this team. So big season for her.
Second down and goal at the 1 for the Chicago Force. Grisafi under center, I formation. Man in motion, hands it off to Chules at the 1, and she stood up right at the goal line. She did not get in. It's going to bring up third down and goal inside the 1 yard line for the Chicago Force.
That was a big tackle by number 1 on the Comets. Really big tackle.
Deetra Sherwin.
Yeah, she made a really good play. Deetra Sherwin is one of their standout players on defense, but she was almost in there for that touchdown.
Just over 4 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Force up 41-0, trying to add to the lead. Big formation for the Force. Grisafi at the 1 yard line. Man in motion. Hands it off to Chules. At the 1, into the end zone. Touchdown. Chicago Force. Mary Chules with the 1 yard touchdown run. Gives the Chicago Force a 47-0 lead.
Very nice for a rookie to get a touchdown. Drove the field. And good play by the offensive line again to get a good running touchdown with that red zone package.
Exactly 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Force up 47-0 after a 1 yard touchdown run from Mary Chules. Offensive line just been giving them holes all day.
It's nice to see Coach K putting some different players in there right now at this time in the game to get some experience.
Tricia Charbonneau, Sharby trying to get the PAT. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's going to be a low-line kick.
Yeah.
It's going to be no good, not enough height on that one. So the Force will kick it off to the Columbus Comets with exactly 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The Force with a 47-0 lead.
Yeah, this has been a standout game for the Force on all levels, like you said earlier. You know, pass, rush, interceptions, big hits, big stands by the defense. I mean, I can look back on the game, and there's been 4 different stops by the defense. So they can take a lot from this game.
Want to remind everybody our next home game that you'll hear on ChicagoForceFootball.com and AM 1230 WJOB will be on May 5th. Saturday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. We'll celebrate it here as the Chicago Force take on the St. Louis Slam. It's a 5 o'clock start. Fans, get out here to Evanston. Township High School, Lazier Field. We'd love to see your fans out here in 2 weeks from today on Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, which is always a fun weekend, Andy. And please, listeners, come back. If you listen tonight, come back and listen to us and watch us online.
Yep, listen to us on AM 1230 WJOB and ChicagoForceFootball.com. You can see the video.
Like I said earlier, that is alumni weekend, so we'll have a lot of alumni players here that weekend.
The Force kick it off. Sharvey with a nice kick. Up to Aisha Jones at the 25 to the 30. Still on her feet to the 35. Gets to the outside to the 40. To the 45. Past midfield. Should be taken down inside Force territory about the 49-yard line. Nice run from Aisha Jones.
Really nice run by Aisha Jones on the left side of the field. Good blocking by the Columbus Comets.
So Comets will get the ball at the Force 49-yard line. Trying to put something on the board. 3:50 to go. Fourth quarter. Comets being bageled right now. It's 47-0 Chicago Force.
You know, I just saw on the sideline Mary Chules, who just scored a touchdown, her first touchdown of her career. She just gave a high five, probably one of her family members. And you know, those kind of things are really neat to see, because here is a family member or friend watching her play, you know, getting to see her score her first touchdown, so that's pretty special.
5 rushing touchdowns today for the Chicago Force.
3 for Smith, 1 for Chules, and 1 for Patrick.
Elmore, quarterback for the Comets, hands it off to number 27. We don't have a name on it. He's going to be taken out for a huge loss down there by Dorian Bridges. Nice play from Bridges. Big loss for the Columbus Comets, and the running back might be hurt. We don't have a number for number 27, but she's getting off the field rather gingerly. Nice. Well, yeah, she's going to need some help. She might be a little knocked around a little bit. Nice play there from the Force defense and Dorian Bridges.
Yeah, they tried to run outside Andy on that play, and you know, a lot of times for the defense in football, containment is key, so you don't get that outside run, and sometimes the cornerback has to come up contained, and that's exactly what Dorian Bridges did on that. She came up contained and made the play in the backfield. Special
day for us from the Force of Israel Donajay up here in the press box talking to us about his foundation. Wanted to give a shout out to that one more time too. For information about the Israel Donajay Foundation, you can visit www.israeldonajay.org.
Yeah, he's doing some great things for the city. You know, his main focus for his foundation is different camps for kids, and different programs, stressing school attendance. And also, he goes to Africa and provides medical care for people.
Columbus Comets 2nd down and 20. Hand off to Stephanie Stevens. She's taken down for a loss at the 40-yard line. Nice play from Darcy Leslie. Also from, it looks like 42, it looked like Portia Ferguson got in there as well. Nice play from Darcy and Portia.
Yeah, it's nice to see a defensive tackle in the backfield. Someone like Portia is going to get in there all season, I think, Andy, because she's athletic enough to get in that backfield, and you got Darcy Leslie blitzing and making the tackle.
We talked about it with Portia Ferguson and also April Folks coming from Detroit, where they won a championship. You love to bring that type of talent over here to the Force. As the Comets try a pass to the near side, incomplete. Tried to get it over to number 13, Shelly Gates, incomplete, so that'll bring up 4th down and 20.
Yeah, Portia and April are huge additions to this team. First and foremost because of their experience. They bring a lot of experience to this, having had been there and experienced that, and that's key. I think they're going to be a really nice addition to our team.
So the Comets will punt, or in punt formation. We saw they tried to throw a pass out of this formation last time, incomplete. Officials are going to call for a timeout. See what happened here. And it looks like the Columbus Comets call for a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 2:43 to go in the ballgame. 47-0 Force.
Yeah, they might be trying to come up with another sort of maybe trick play here or a surprise play here at the end to try and get a first down or a big gain.
A lot of scoring today. Started with Brandy Hatcher on a 3-yard touchdown run. Made it 6-0, then 14-0. Melissa Smith on a 16-yard run. Another throw from Krasafi. The Strozinski 36-yard touchdown throw at the end of the first half. And more scoring here in the second half. 47-0. Melissa Smith finishes the day with 3 rushing touchdowns. Gives her 4 for the season. Comets back to punt at their own 40-yard line. The snap and the kick is up. And LB Zuby's going to come up to the 40-yard line and catch it there. And that's where the Force will have the football at their own 40-yard line with 2:36 to go on a chilly Saturday night here in Chicago.
Yeah, it sure is getting chilly. If you notice, Portia, or April, big number 99, got in there at the end, maybe for a block punt. That would have been amazing if she got in there for a block punt there.
See what the Force want to do here with 2.5 to go.
Yeah. They might want to, run down the clock with some running plays here.
47-0. It's going to be a long drive back to Columbus for the Comets, especially the first game of the year for them, and they just saw how good the Force could be this year.
Yeah, I think it's definitely an eye-opener for the Comets this game. It's their first game going against a powerhouse in the league, and they're going to go back and see that, this is a force to be reckoned with, no pun intended.
No pun intended. Krasafi under center. Hand off to Hatcher. Moves to her left at the 45 to the 50. She'll move into Columbus Comets territory.
God, she's so shifty and elusive out there. She takes that run outside and she shifts and she's so elusive. Very, very fun to watch as a running back, that Hatcher. Really, really good all-around athlete.
Tackle from the Comets was from number 31, Centora Rodriguez. Force now in Comets territory again. Just over 2 minutes to go, 2:04. The clock is counting. Big win for the Chicago Force. They'll move their record to 2-0 on the season. We get an official timeout. Timeout here from the Force. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule for Chicago. They'll be away at Indy next week.
Conference or division game. First division game for us.
And then we're back here on Cinco de Mayo, Saturday, May 5th, taking on St. Louis, 5 o'clock. Then on May 12th, another home game, another division foe, West Michigan, the Mayhem. That's at 5 o'clock. On May 19th, on the road to take on the Cleveland Fusion. Then on June 2nd, the Indy Crash back here at home. And then on Saturday, June 16th, West Michigan on the road. So as you said, 3 more home games. 8-game schedule for the Chicago Force. And you said the Force, they made the playoffs every year you've been in, correct?
Every year except 1 year. So this is our 10th year. So out of the 9 seasons so far that we've had, we've made 8 times we've been in the playoffs.
Some long runs in those years too.
Really long runs, especially 08 when we did make it to the championship game. which was a really, really big season for us, lost in overtime. And ever since then, Andy, we've been wanting to get back.
Grisafi hands it off to Hatcher. Excuse me, that's Mary Chules down to the 45-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. Another run for Mary Chules, who has her first rushing touchdown of the season. Under 2 minutes to play, 1:40 and counting. The Force up 47-0.
And I do know, Andy, after last year's loss to the Boston Militia, which would eventually be the national champions, it was a really tough loss and unexpected. So, you know, we got a chip on our shoulder this year.
Grisafi at the Comets 45-yard line, gets a snap off to Chules again. And she's taken down hard by number 42. That's Lindsay Rice again. Lindsay Rice with a nice tackle. And we're going to have a late flag on the play.
Yeah, we've seen some really good hits by the Comets at the end here, some really good tackles.
Becky Tustad may get a personal foul here. She was blocking the Comets player about 15 yards back behind the play and maybe a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah, it looked like she was blocking well after the play that time. And sometimes, you know, when you're playing and your emotions are running high, you just keep blocking even though the play is done, and I think that's what happened.
1:14 to go. And, oh, the official's going to bring down another flag. They talked, and I think one official just didn't like that he didn't get to throw his flag today. He just threw it on the field.
Yeah.
We're going to get a personal foul on Chicago, no surprise. Oh, they're going to be
Looks
offset.
like they're
They get a personal foul on Columbus.
Yeah, offsetted. That's why he threw it again. So.
Yep. So it's going to be second down. We'll do it all over. See where they put the ball down. 47-0 Chicago right now over Columbus.
Yeah, number 21, Rebecca Tustad, Andy's one of those players where, you know, she's a veteran and she's one of those players. She loves defense and she's going to go out all out every play and not back down to anyone.
Ball is at the Comets' 41-yard line. Clock is running down. 1:02 to go. I think the Force now are just kind of let some of the play go here some of the time. See if they maybe get one more play off.
I think maybe we'll just kneel here to end the game.
50 seconds in counting, and I believe Grisafi's just going to kind of let that play clock go all the way down, and then when you got to snap it, just snap it, as she does. Coming down to the end of the ball game, and that might even be the last snap of the ball game. Under 35 to play. And I think that's going to be it. Chicago Force 47. Columbus Comets. Not big game.
Big game.
Force come home opener here in 2012. Get a big win here at home to go to 2-0 on the season.
Big win for the Force today. And, this year, Andy, and there's been a lot of Force teams, and every year is different. Every year's differently because the dynamics are different with the different players, new players, different veterans. But I take a look at this team this year, and they're really a team that's come together, and seems like they have one purpose in mind, and that's, you know, to get back to that championship game. They're a really close-knit team.
I want to remind everybody again, our next broadcast on AM 1230 WJOB and ChicagoForceFootball.com will be on Saturday, May 5th. Cinco de Mayo is the Force will host the St. Louis Slam. 4:45 pregame, 5 o'clock kickoff. As Force, again, go 2-0 on the season with a 47-0 win over Columbus. A big day for Melissa Smith with 3 rushing touchdowns. Brandy Hatcher got a rushing touchdown. Sammy Grisafi with 2 touchdown throws, one from 36 yards out to Elizabeth Rosinski. Also an 8-yard touchdown pass from Sammy to Brandy Serta. A big day for the Chicago Force, and overall huge win, 47-0 over the Columbus Comets.
Big win for the Force today, Andy. I just really think they made a statement today, and this team has a lot of momentum going into the opener in their conference. A lot of momentum on the road, you know, next week for Indy, and a lot of confidence.
I want to thank our sponsors again at Chicago Force Football, Spin Nightclub, Hot Doug's in Chicago, Athletico, Midwest Orthopedics at Rush, and Buffalo Wild Wings in Evanston. A big win, 47-0. The Chicago Force over the Columbus Comets. And now you go 2-0 and they have to go, as we said, on the road to Indy. A division game now. What's the mindset as you get ready for practice this week? You're now 2-0, have a big win here against Columbus. Get ready for the division.
Well, I think the mindset is here is even though you had this convincing win second time around, big emotional win first time around against Kansas City, I think what coaches are going to stress this week for the Force is keep getting better. You can always get better. Don't overlook any team. I don't care whose team it is. You have one goal this year is get to the championship, but you still got to take one game at a time. So I think right now they're going to, watch a little film on this game. They're going to look at the tapes for Indy, and they've just got to take one game at a time and really not get too confident and just work on getting better each week.
The Chicago Force huddling up the team at about their own 15-yard line. All the players over. Head coach John Konecki making saying some words to the team, and all the fans here in the stands stayed out for the whole game and celebrated a big win, 47-0. A big win for the Chicago Force over the Columbus Comets, and a beautiful field. I love this home stand where we got Lazier Field here in the Evanston Township High School. A beautiful field. It's going to be a great home field for the Force.
And we've never had a home field where there's lights.
Yeah.
Looking back at all of our seasons, we'd always have to play early games because we'd have 3 o'clock starts. But it's so nice to have this, later start with the lights and a beautiful field. And we got the digs here too, Andy. You should see that. We're up here in the booth. It's just
nice
really, it's really a class act, and we're able to do this in a great way and see the game. Football is just a great game to watch, and from where we're at, it's perfect.
I want to thank all the camera crew and all the guys helping us out today, Ryan Walsh and Chuck Pullen too, for their staff here today with all the video streaming and all the radio work here on AM 1230 WJOB. Stu back at the WJOB studios helping us out today. Thank you very much to everybody out there, all the staff up here with us too. It's been a great broadcast this first home game. We got 3 more coming, and I hope we have more wins like this too. It's not too bad, but the crew and the staff guys all been great with us today.
They've done a great job, and first home opener for the Force for the 2012 season. Great win. We're 2-0. Like I said, a lot of momentum. And what else I'd want to say, Andy, is I think having another team from another division play us today that's from a tough conference.
Yes.
I think the Comets are going to go back, play against the Pittsburgh Passion, play against the DC Divas, which are both good teams. It'll be interesting to see how the Comets do against them because we can compare. And it's really, that's why I say the Force made a statement today, because you're playing against a team that's in a tough conference that's really competitive in that conference. And it's just going to see how good the Force really is by, I think, today's win. It's a good stand, it's a good statement for them.
And for you fans and listeners out there who've seen this Women's Football Alliance for the first time today and want more information, ChicagoForceFootball.com and also WFAFootball.com. You can learn more about every team in the WFA and also Chicago Force Football. You can look at player spotlights and take a look at the sponsors, the roster, the schedules. Everything's up there, ChicagoForceFootball.com, a great website.
And the WFA, like you said, does a really good job on the website because you can click on each team and you can go directly to their website and really learn about each team and their players and their stats. And, I mean, it's a really good website. And, what I love about it, I was on it the other day, and one of my favorite teams growing up was the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Pittsburgh Passion, which is the Women's Football Alliance team, one of the owners is Franco Harris. And it just goes to show you how far, the women's football has come, because you have someone like Franco Harris, Hall of Fame player, involved.
Yep.
And that's just amazing. So, on the website, there's all sorts of things like that to learn about this amazing league.
I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm sorry to do this. Can you give me an offensive player of the year, or the offensive player of the week, and maybe a defensive player?
I would say, put me on the spot. That's okay. Offensive player of the week is definitely Melissa Smith.
Yep.
And defensive player of the week is a tie between Kim Marks, Darcy Leslie. I mean, there's a lot of players to mention, but Kim Marks, Darcy Leslie defense, Melissa Smith on offense.
Where would you say maybe someday where you want to see maybe the Force improve? I know it was 47-0. Not where there's a lot of room for improvement. What did you want to see? Maybe you can tighten up a little bit.
I think, what? I think what the Force can do is maybe on defense contain. They got to work on their containment, because when they go against the really tough teams in the playoffs, that's something that the teams are going to see on film that we've had a little problem with. And contain is so key on defense, because when you contain, you shut down the outside and you turn the plays to the inside to have the linebackers make the play. And I think, if anything, the Force today had a problem a few of the times with containment.
Scoring recap, just real quick. 6-0 Force on a 3-yard touchdown run from Brandy Hatcher gave it a 6-0 Force lead. Then a 16-yard run from Melissa Smith. The 2-point conversion was good. 14-0 halfway through the second quarter. Now going into the half, That's where really turned the tide, I believe. The 36-yard touchdown run, Gasafi to Strozinski. Then in the second half, Melissa Smith with a 6-yard touchdown run. Again, Melissa Smith with another 6-yard touchdown run. A pass from Gasafi to Serta. And then kind of the closeout, Mary Chul's getting her touchdown run from 1 yard out, 47-0. Always great working with you.
Andy, been a pleasure.
It's going to be a fun season.
As usual, I can't wait for the rest of it.
Once again, the final score, the Chicago Force 47, the Columbus Comets nothing. We thank you again for listening to Chicago Force Football right here on ChicagoForceFootball.com and AM 1230 WJOB.
Hey, it's Michael D. Stewart. Been here for 8.5 years at WJOB and WJOB1230.com. It's been a while, but we finally got our video stuff up and running. We're excited about it. All the great opportunities available right here on WJOB1230.com. It's coming to fruition. Absolutely. And let's drink to that, my friends, as WJOB moves into the 21st, 22nd. We're ready for the 24th century right here at WJOB 1230. Once again, Michael D. Stewart, the Stu Man, Program Operations Manager. I just call myself Support Technical Entertainment Worker, Stu, for lunch. There you go, buddy. WJOB. Cheers.
Athletico. Isn't it about time you came off injured reserve? Schedule a complimentary injury screening at any of our convenient locations and receive personal attention by a licensed medical professional. Complimentary injury screenings are free, easy to schedule, and most importantly, provide you with peace of mind. Call 1-877-ATHLETICO or visit us online at athletico.com to find a location near you. Athletico, the official provider of physical therapy and athletic training to the Chicago Force. MOR is proud to be the team physician to the Chicago Bulls, Blackhawks, and your Chicago Force. That's Midwest Orthopedics at Rush, www.rushortho.com. Spin Nightclub is a sponsor of our Game Day MVP Award. At the end of each home game, we select an offensive and defensive player of the game. Spin Nightclub offers a comfortable and friendly environment for everyone, located at the corner of Belmont and Halsted. The Chicago Force, in its 8th season, is a proud member of the Women's Football Alliance. The WFA plays under the same full-contact football rules as the NFL. From Florida to Oregon, from New England to California, the WFA consists of the best teams in the nation.